Hello.
Hello.
It's us. We're live. I see we've got 5 people viewing. Thank you guys. Whoever's out there, say what's up in the comments so we know that you're not just bots. It's us, Scott and Christy from Flip City Magazine, and our good friend Kurt, Eccentric,
Hello.
hanging out for the last hour and a half of the Flip City campaign.
Yep.
Closing it out. Closing it out solid.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even bring that stuff up. So Scott, hold down the fort a little bit. Maybe talk with Kurt while I line a couple of things up here.
Okay. All right. What's going on, Kurt?
Not much, man. How are you doing?
Oh boy. Now I can't hear.
Oh, you
Can you hear me?
No.
I can hear him.
No.
Okay.
Okay,
no.
there he is.
Got it?
Okay.
Is my mic all right? Sound okay? Am I loud enough?
Yeah.
You're good.
Everything's okay.
Cool.
Yeah. What's new with you, my friend?
Just the usual, man.
Yeah.
Drawing and streaming and writing and drawing and streaming and writing.
Yeah, I had a really good time last night hanging out with you and EK over on your channel.
That was pretty crazy. We went 5 hours, man.
Yeah, I know. You guys couldn't
Wow.
wait for me.
No, dude. I was like, man. I said, dude, it's like 2 a.m. I said, my voice is going. I got to wrap this up. And I knew you were doing something, another stream. So I was like, it's cool. You know what I mean?
Hey, Josh Perry, how's it going? I'm assuming you're checking in from over on the Madness Comic Network stream. We're going out
Cool.
just so everybody here knows. We are going out to the Flip City and Madness YouTubes, the Flip City X. We're on the Flip City Telegram, Flip City Rumble, and Flip City Pilled channels.
Yeah.
And it says we've got 10 people watching. Anybody out there that's watching, thanks for popping by. We're going to be doing a spoiler tonight. I was going to do it on Kurt's channel last night. We just didn't get around to it. Flip City Inside Volume 25 has done our own version of the fully unredacted JFK files, right?
Yes, it's everything you didn't know about the JFK files that broke last month. You're going to find some shocking stories, unbelievable stuff has come to this, pooled at the surface.
Well, Scott,
Right,
you
honey?
keep telling me how funny it is, and I still haven't read it. So
No, it's.
I'm like, let's do it live. Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Cool.
I don't mean Kennedy's assassination was funny, but
Oh,
there were
no.
some funny things that came out of it.
Like, not even really funny, ha, but like more like funny, scratch your head, right?
Well, a little bit of both. Okay, we are a satire magazine. It better be funny.
Okay. I've got Josh saying, "Is anybody there?"
Weird.
Josh. Please tell me you can see and hear us.
He says he's late for the show.
I don't know.
Well, we just started.
Yeah, we just started, so you're actually kind of on time.
And what are we doing? We're supporting the end of our fundraiser at fundmycomic.com/flipcity25 for our 25th edition. And I think it's a real banger.
Yeah, which, by the way, let's bring it up real quick. So,
Yeah.
okay, Josh said, "I see you online. I can see you online." So I'm assuming
Okay.
he can hear me as well.
I would hope so.
Fantastic. Good news. I'm going to add this to our scene and let's see. Nope. We're going to go like this. Boop. Look at me. Look at me live producing.
Good job,
There you
hon.
Yeah,
Good job.
right.
Good
So
job.
this is the campaign. We're exclusively on Fund My Comic. It's very, very likely that it is going to be the only platform we ever use because of their mission and values of being censorship free. And we appreciate that. What Flip City experiences a lot in our own goings on the internet is we don't get the full on cancellations or bans. We just get that pussy ass shadow banning on all the mainstream platforms. So, you know, we don't get to use it for clout. We don't get to cry that we're being banned because everybody's shadow banned. So,
Right.
so that's why we choose Fund My Comic. We freaking love Luke Stone. We know it's a smaller platform, but that's what we're doing. as an indie community is we need to support each other's small projects. Like how Kurt does an awesome job supporting us, and I hope we do okay supporting you in
You
return.
do definitely, definitely.
Which, by the way, something that maybe we can do is scroll your campaign at some point, because I have a feeling that
Oh,
you
it's
never
a.
got to it yesterday.
I forgot. The whole point of the damn show, like was a double whatever,
Promo.
double promo. You and me and me and you and I think I did a good job of your
You
campaign
did.
because we went over everything. I was really trying to like every little section and talk and stuff and everything. And then, of course, as usual, the conversation goes off the rails and ends up in Mars somewhere. And it just kind of kept doing that. And next thing I knew, what was it, like 3-4 hours later? And I'm like, you know what? We never even talked about my campaigns. It's cool. Don't worry about it. Don't.
I know.
This shows you, man. Like, don't worry about me. I'm cool. You know what I mean? Like, if you get really, 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 really bored here, sure, pop it up. But don't feel like obligated because this
All
is
right.
your
Well,
deal.
we'll see. We'll just see how the stream goes.
Yeah.
Really, our plan today is to go an hour and a half at the very least till the close
Cool.
of campaign. Maybe we'll hang out a little bit longer after
Cool.
it's closed out. So we'll see how it goes. If
Yeah.
we need to fill some time, we'll definitely show your stuff.
Perfect.
Jonas Olson, I see. Hello,
Hi.
e-subscriber. I'm not 100% certain
Yeah.
what that means. Are you a digital subscriber?
What does it mean?
I hope if you've been reading the Flip Cities, you should, I'm hoping you're enjoying them. You should be enjoying them. Okay. And then Josh just saying that he was sick yesterday, and that he's in Gallup, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Cool place.
All right. Yeah.
I've never been to New Mexico. I can't believe it.
I was there once. It's pretty cool. It's very New Mexico-ish. Very. My desert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I appreciate southern Utah and parts of Arizona where there's the red rock and beautiful vistas and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I like that kind of landscape. Anyway, let's take a look real quick at that campaign. We're at 30 backers. We may close out at 30 backers. If we can get a couple more, we would be over the moon.
And you only need 46 to get to 1,000, man, right? $46 to get to 1,000?
That's correct.
Oh, good
Dang it.
math. I'm like
Dang it.
46.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if you hit 1,000. It'd be cool if you hit 1,000. I'm rooting
That
for
would
you.
that would be great, and being able to close out at 50% funded will be just fine with us because we publish quarterly. We're
Right.
doing these campaigns 4 times a year, so another one will launch soon enough. I feel like me personally, I dropped the ball a little bit, not booking myself on as many podcasts as I had with previous campaigns, but I'm going to correct that with Volume 26 campaign. But just real quick, this is what we've got. We're funding Volume 25. It is a 64-page, full color, full size magazine. It's a comic satire magazine in the tradition of Mad and Cracked, in case you hadn't ever heard of what Flip City is. And we get a lot of props for being actually very funny, including Mike Barron saying it's much funnier than Mad and Cracked. That warms my heart.
Yeah. Well, let's have a little rundown on this because I think as editor, I think this is one of the funnier issues. I think it's a really good one. And what do we got in this one? We got this nice cover of the social media influencer by our friend Jeff McDonald gracing the cover there. Beautiful orange and blue. What else is in this issue, Christy? We've got our.
I didn't ask.
No, you didn't.
Oh,
I'm going to tell you anyway.
Let me ask. What's inside this issue, Scott?
We've got our Superman parody, Simperman. We've got our Fantastic Four parody, the Sad Spastic Four. They get together with the Silver Couch Surfer. That's a good piece. We've got our great interview with the great Mike Barron in issue 25.
Nice.
Wonderful. We
Legend.
got it. Well, yeah. He's I think he's in North Carolina right now at a.
The Charlotte Con or whatever. Yeah. It's cool.
Picking around there. We got the inside of the JFK files you didn't know about. We've got Taylor Swift Goes to Africa, Nat Rain, Stupid Tunes, Joey B Tunes, made by Jim Bob.
Yeah, we got those right there.
Pester Pooch, the regressives, all of our news and we got news and
News, reviews.
news and reviews.
None of them are actual news and reviews, but
Right.
but sometimes people get fooled that they are. That's how well written they
Yeah.
or satire is. Sometimes it's believable.
And that's
And
how crazy reality is.
Well, yes, I think that's actually more to the point.
Yeah.
And then of course our world's most based crossword puzzle that is at least 5 to 6 hours of entertainment if you want your brain teased, and
that'll kill some time.
yeah, and you kind of have your pulse, your finger on the pulse of what's happening culturally.
And we've got the live draw stream spread.
That's right. Oh, in fact, I might want to spoil that one tonight as well.
Okay.
Maybe, but yeah, that's the Brie Larson here is just one of the pieces in the madness. The Flip City is Madness live draw stream collaboration, a new thing that we started. This is our second one.
Yes.
And we've already started our third one, in which Kurt has submitted to as well.
Awesome.
Are you putting that in the magazine?
Yes.
Really? The Bugs is going to be in there?
Probably, unless we can't figure out how to work them in, but I don't see
man.
why.
I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah.
I appreciate it.
Hey, Kurt, just to let you know what that comes with, there's like a lot of cool things that we're doing with that collaboration. One is everybody that gets published, of course, is going to get a credit in the front of the magazine. You're also credited on the page by name. You also get a free copy of the magazine. And then we also put a poll up at the close of the contest where people get to go vote for their favorite, and the winner gets a quarter-page ad run in Flip City.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
I didn't realize it. Like I said, I did that as I was watching your show, and I just posted on Twitter for you to see, and that was it. I thought that was it. I didn't realize you actually. So that's really cool, man. Nice surprise for me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's actually like a cool, fun thing. I'm super excited for this one. For anybody that doesn't know, it's a collaboration with a bunch of illustrators where they live draw stream on a topic that Flip City gives them. The topic for this next round is putting classic cartoon characters in modern problem situations. So Kurt did a Bugs Bunny that's smoking with a no smoking sign behind him, which is so very Bugs, to say, oh, fuck it. I'm not paying attention to the sign. But we've got Pebbles having an OnlyFans that's been submitted. Speedy Gonzalez is being arrested by ICE and other fun things. And then we're going to have more coming through as well. I think this is going to be the best one so far. The one that's coming up. It's not going to be in volume 24. This one's for volume 25.
25, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And again, I'm sorry. I asked you last night. Like, what can you estimate roughly what month volume 25 is going to be out? Roughly, is it like end of the year or?
Probably in October.
No, we're talking about 25. We finished 25, so that's out at the end of July.
Really?
Yeah, end of July, early August, it'll be rolling in. So your piece is actually in 26.
Oh, okay, no problem. But I backed 25, and so I'm kind of just looking forward to getting 25.
Oh, yeah. So this one, I don't know if we've finalized stuff with the printer yet, but the edition is done.
Cool.
Yeah, that's at the printer.
And it's at the printer.
Awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Well, why don't we just watch our general Sane People Love Flip City trailer.
Flip City is honestly funny. I mean, it's much funnier than Mad Magazine or Cracked because there's a bite to the humor. It's not all those cartoons are great, but some of the articles I read have been a real stitch. They're intellectual. They appeal to discerning people. It's not sarcasm. It's satire. And I urge you to subscribe to Flip City.
Flip City Magazine is just really pulling out all the stops, man. Your guys' production value of this magazine has gone insane. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember when you guys, it was black and white. Even when it was black and white, I thought your quality was great. But damn, they just really stepping it up a notch. Look at this. James Corbett, boys. James Corbett.
I love Flip City. It has brought new types of badassery and integrity to the print medium. I hope everybody goes out and supports you guys and is part of the fun.
Several copies of different issues of their magazine to me, and I've been perusing them recently. As I say, genuinely satirical, genuinely cutting, but also funny, and obviously just chaotic and very fun. For example, Flip City issue 7 features McCommunism, over 100 million starved, extreme Karening, and sexy Fauci centerfold, and it delivers on everything it promises, including, well, I don't know about the sexy part, but there's the Fauci centerfold.
All right.
Can
Well,
you believe that James Corbett said that 18 issues ago? He's holding up number 7.
Wow.
That is a long time.
that is a long time ago. You know, I do need to write to him again. What I was going to do, though, is send him more magazines. Only thing that sucks is we have to send him all the way to Japan.
Oh.
So it's
Wow.
expensive. But I need to send him more magazines, and because he likes to do follow-ups with people that he's had on his show.
Yep.
So I'll send him a stack, including the one that his interview was in, and see if we can get back on his show.
Yeah, well, we want to definitely check in with him near the end of the year when we put out issue 27, which is our Best of the Parodies edition, right, hon? Where we will have...
Yes, I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, it's going to have Walking Dead, Lord of the Rings,
Cool.
Stranger Things, Star Trek, Picard parodies, all kinds of stuff.
It's going to be an easy entry, too, for people that haven't, might have heard the name over the years, but haven't checked it out.
Mhm.
And, well, like here, Josh Perry says he's a hardcore movies fan. Josh, you will definitely want to get our Parodies edition, which will launch a funding campaign for that in September.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's very exciting.
Yeah, it's going to do September and October, and then we'll have it in our hands by November.
Mhm.
So it's also a good thing for Christmas gifts. Sorry, I need to retweet,
Excellent.
so you need to talk.
Well,
Or Kurt can talk. Kurt's a talker and a half.
we could all talk.
That's right. So, hey, question, Scott and Chris.
Yeah.
This magazine, you said, is quarterly, correct?
Yes.
So you started this magazine like 6-something years ago?
Well, there were 2 years where we did 6 issues.
Oh,
So there's a
okay.
little extra there.
Okay.
But yeah, 5. It's getting on 5 and going on 5.5 now. So
5 years.
it
Wow.
was started in February 2020.
Okay. Right.
Right as the COVID was kicking in.
Gotcha. Oh, it was just starting, and that's when you started. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. We picked the best possible time.
Yeah.
Right. Right with the
Timing's
pandemic.
everything. Timing's everything.
It's a pandemic recession. It's time to launch a print magazine. What could go
Right.
wrong there?
Right, yeah. But okay, no, and when you started, because you have like a lot of people involved in this production, right? Like, isn't there like 10 people?
It's more than that.
Really?
Altogether, when you count the draw streamers this time, I had a list of 25.
Wow.
25 for 25.
So when you started 5 years ago, how many of those 25 were?
We had 0.
Really? You started from scratch?
It was just us, yeah.
Good
we
for
did.
you two.
We
It
did
was
3
actually just Scott, pretty much.
Really?
Well,
I'd sit and laugh at his jokes.
That's cool.
So
initially I pitched this to her and she said, "Okay, I'm listening."
Right.
And then I had to go out and show that it could be done, right?
Okay. Right.
So I turned over whatever we had, 32 or 36 pages. Said, okay, well, let's go fishing, see if people are interested in this.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then we got a couple of decent promos early on, so we didn't know are people still gonna buy something in print, and overwhelmingly they wanted print more
Okay.
than
Digital.
9-1.
As opposed to digital.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I think people were just hungry for a real magazine.
Cool, man.
But I'm glad that because I don't even think. No, have we always offered a digital subscription? I forget.
Oh yeah,
Okay. Well, I'm glad we have always offered that because, like Jonas here, our digital subscriber from Sweden, checking in to chat, is able to enjoy Flip City without paying insane shipping costs.
right.
And we hate shipping internationally. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts
Yeah.
us. It hurts us. It hurts creators. It definitely hurts creators.
Yeah. So if you're not in the United States, that's the way for you to get in is digital copies, and we got a Substack too where you can subscribe and get some extra benefits. Get those issues and a lot of previews and stuff. You get on there, we'll show you stuff that we're working on that hasn't been published yet at all.
Cool.
So that's fun.
That's cool. So another question for you guys. I'm going to kind of interview you while we're here. So 5 years ago, you started alone, and then Christy was second. She joined you next. And there's just two of you, right?
Yeah, just two
Okay.
of us.
When did you start live streaming like this show? Like right then, or did you
Oh
wait?
no. Yeah, we did it bad actually. We really should have started live streaming almost immediately, but I only started my Creative Chaos show at the very end of 2023. So about a year and a half now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. Man.
Hey, what's up, Quentin White? Guess what?
Hello.
If you stick around, we're actually going to give a spoiler of the 2-page Flip City is Madness Drawstream collaboration. So stick around, and then we'll read out loud what we wrote for your Brie Cut the Cheese Larson.
And some of the JFK files revelations also coming a little bit later.
Yeah, well, it's funny. We're
What's
closing
funny?
in 1 hour.
Yeah?
We're closing in 1 hour, baby.
Is that funny?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
All right.
Everything that involves Flip City is hilarious. Even all of our mishaps that we've had over the years. Hey, what's up, Tank Ferret? Thanks for checking in.
Yeah, I definitely want to go to the table of contents page and name everybody who chipped in with their
All right,
brilliance.
do you want to do that now?
Oh, sure.
You have it here?
Well, everything's
Closeout.
Yeah, everything's in
All
there.
right, cool.
How hard is that to do?
It's not hard.
All right. Because these people deserve a thank you for being in Flip City.
It is true.
They work so hard for such peanuts. Let's see here.
All right. We're going to add that to the scene.
As long as I can
and
read
we
it.
will make it big.
Are we good? Okay, well, I just want to thank everybody who was a part of Flip City 25. Anthony Anderson and friends from Get Woke Up News, our friends. Sean Behrens, Doc Blaylock, Joey B. Tunes, Sonny Klain, Doug Duchamp, Omer Garcia, J.D. Gunter, Ross Hendrick of the Regressives, R.J. Jensen, our writer, K.L. Jones, our fantastic illustrator. He did the Sad Spastic 4 this time. Adriana Kidd, Dangerous Dave McDowell, as always, and our friend Made by Jim Bob gets in on this. Marmot, Jeff McDonald with the color cover. International raconteur Louis Pohl, award winner. Pester Pooch, Psychosity with Stupid Tunes, Nat Rain. Levi Skeen, the great lead parody artist Ben Sullivan. A.D. Washbro, Quentin White, who we just talked to, Ty Weeb, and our proofreader Roy McCoy. Thanks, everybody, for making this magazine the best.
Yeah. And that's a fun-looking table of contents.
Oh,
that's neat. I like that. So explain that. Is that all these drawings and sub photos? What is this?
They're all from this issue.
Okay.
So I just picked them out, and you see There's Mike Barron picking his nose.
Oh, gotcha.
That was
So
Dave.
these like represent the people that work on the magazine kind of thing?
No, these are all, they represent the features in the magazine.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. More or less. Oh, there's John Lennon.
Let's do
There's
that.
Simperman in the corner. He's got his mask on.
Yeah, I recognize him.
A little bit of everything. And down there's the bear. If you watch the show, the FX show, The Bear, we've got the barely OCD autistic chef on the spectrum.
Yeah. Well, since we've got
Fun
this
stuff.
up, do you want to flip to
We want
something? What you want to look at? What do you want to spoil?
spoil. What were we talking about? Drawstream, we were talking about the JFK files. Or there's a Sad Spastic 4 is fun. And you just get a quick look at all that fun there. Oh, we went up there. But we're not going to read it out, are we?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But here's what it looks like.
Well, there's
That's
a look at
cool.
the Silver Surfer and
cool.
Gaslactus there. Yeah, that's KL Jones. Great job, Kevin. Oh,
We're gonna go back to the. Is this the entire magazine?
yeah,
Yeah, you guys have a lot of content.
There we are.
I mean, really, that's cool.
yeah.
I think I can make this a spread
Okay.
view. Hold on. Let's see.
Configuration, no. View image. To fit in Windows Smart double page.
There we are.
All right.
All right.
that's
So,
cool.
so this is the mirror on the wall. Flip CD is Madness collaboration for. This is the second one that we did, and this one's for volume. Oops, dang it! I wanted to.
Let's do that again. View image. Oh, you're still on it, but
Okay. Well, it doesn't let me zoom in then.
that's all right.
Well, there's all kinds of funny write-ups, but like I said, I did promise Quentin that we were going to read the Brie Larson, but I don't know. Why don't you read what our magic mirror does?
Do that. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who are the biggest two-faced hypocrites of all? Our magic mirror reveals the true nature of any celebrity in the reflection. Lacking any introspection, these world-class narcissists are masters of deflection. It's enough to give any star an erection. Brought to you by the Madness Comic Network at themeg.tv. Here we have Diddy on the left by Omar Garcia. Hip-hop tycoon Diddy is in hot water, now on trial for acts that are beyond sleazy. The list of allegations would make any decent person queasy. In court, he maintains a cool exterior, but under those dope threads, he's extra greasy.
All right. And then in the upper right-hand corner, we've got actress Brie Larson raked in the cheddar playing Captain Marvel, alienating male audiences with ease with her toxic anti-male screeds that left a stench in the breeze. Did the movies just stink? Or did Brie cut the cheese?
Good question.
All right.
Well, there you have it. You
There
can
we
enjoy
have it.
all of those and
Very
more.
cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Number 25.
We got Doc Blaylock's sloth pencil neck. What's his name? Adam Schiff down there on the bottom as well.
Adam Schiff, Bill Gates, and more.
All right, I'm gonna
A lot
stop
of
the
fun.
screen for a minute. No, I hate that view.
Yeah.
There.
Better. Much better.
All right.
Perfect.
What now, then?
I don't know what kind of question this is. I was going to say, do you have a police scanner in your house? No.
No, I don't have that. Should I have it? Probably.
All right, and Quentin seemed pleased
He's laughing.
with what we came up with for his illustration.
Six laughy emoticons. It's good.
Yes.
Thank you. What else we got?
Well, let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to.
So issue 25 is more or less finished, right?
Yeah, it's at the print.
Oh, so 25 is getting ready to print, and you are now putting together 26?
That is right. We just got started.
Oh, just start. Okay, cool.
Yeah, well, I went on Nerd Bacon with Luke Stone of Fund My Comic
Uh-huh.
a few days ago. Really early on Thursday morning.
Mm,
And his question to me, because he knows that we publish quarterly,
yeah.
he's like, "How do you even do it?"
Yeah.
And the best answer that I could think of is that we live very frugally.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Your life is your work, right?
that's pretty
Indeed.
much it.
Same here,
Indeed.
man. It's
We got a lot of help.
And
Yeah.
we've got a lot of help. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's plenty of reasons
Yeah.
why we can keep making it happen. We do have a subscriber base,
We do
that
pay
we-
our artists. But
and we
That's
do pay
cool.
our artists.
Yeah. Here's a question for you guys again. I keep thinking of more questions. If it annoys you, tell me to shut up. But
No, I like it.
Ask.
okay, how this Fund My Comic campaign right now? Okay, how many previous Fund My Comic campaigns have you done with the magazine?
Okay, we did
3?
volume 18.
Oh,
We did volume 19 and 20 together.
okay.
We skipped 22. We didn't do
Huh.
one for
What
that.
about 21?
Oh wait.
See, I don't remember.
Yes, we did. Okay. We did 18. We did 19 and 20 together. We did 21. We
All right.
skipped 22. We did 23 and 24. And now 25. Wow,
So
we've done
6
7
or
campaigns.
7. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Because I
That's
thought
a
you'd
lot.
only started this like one campaign ago or something. But so you know how to do it. You guys have done enough campaigns where it's easy to do this now. That's cool.
Well,
More or less.
setting up a campaign's always work. But yeah, I mean, we've because I'm the one that sets up the campaigns, and then Scott just kind of goes through once it's all
Right.
set up and changes things that he wants changed.
Hey.
And I have come up with a system to make it a faster process for me.
Yeah.
So like I have a template in Photoshop where I
Uh-huh.
lay everything out because I don't really use the on-site editor. I
Mhm.
lay everything out in Photoshop, save it as an image, and then just post the image in the body of the campaign. And that's been working for me.
Vulcan's here.
What's up, Vulcan? Thank you for dropping our
Hello.
link, dear.
Oh, yeah.
My very wonderful mod. I'm so happy I gave him a wrench.
Yeah, he's cool. He's good, man. Vulcan's good.
Yeah,
man.
so gosh, I mean, I will have 9 campaigns under our belt by the end of the year.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow. And all on Fund My Comic.
All on Fund My Comic. It's been suggested to us multiple times that we should at least put it on another one of the platforms for those people that refuse to support
Right.
Fund My Comic or are scared to do it or what.
Right.
But like, I don't know. Like, I can't shake the idealism from my head.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just an idealistic person, and I
Yeah.
hate censorship. And we all know that those major platforms censor, including censoring like many of our friends. And it's like, why would I want to give them any percentage of money we make? Like, I want
know.
all of that going to Fund My Comic.
Yeah, I hear you. Like I said, that my campaign that I'm doing, this is on Indiegogo. It's the first time I've ever done Indiegogo, and I was very nervous. I was nervous, like, as I was doing it. I'm like, oh God, and because you hear of everything, and I to be honest, I actually kind of miss Fund My Comic. I'm like, the next campaign I do, I'm going back to Fund My Comic. I'm just so comfortable. You don't have to worry about this crap. You know what I mean? You don't have to. There's no worry of getting shadow banned or pulled or whatever, man. You know what I mean? It's just like, that's a huge benefit. Because, when I'm alone, I don't have a crew like you guys. So when you're out there alone, it's almost like you're an easy target. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so Fund My Comic puts an ease to that because, I've had a couple campaigns there. So they're cool. I know them and they're cool with me. And, it just helps. Whereas Indiegogo to me is all new territory, and I'm like, oh God, what's going on here? I don't want to get in trouble. So I hear you on the Fund My Comic thing. So yeah, I'm hoping next campaign I I will plan on going back to them.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. Like, I don't hold any judgment against people that want to use the other funding platforms. I know
Right.
they have bigger audiences. There's a
Yeah.
way larger pool of people
Mm-hmm.
that may come across your project. I'm really hoping that and here's something too, like Luke on Fund My Comics says the whole browse thing is a myth. Like, people don't actually browse those sites. I
Mm.
don't know if that's true or not, but I do trust what he says. I'd love to see people browsing Fund My Comic though,
Yeah.
because more and more people are coming over there because higher profile people are launching campaigns over there. So I'd
Mm-hmm.
love to see that those audiences say, you know what, why don't I scroll at least the front page? That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see if it ever happens.
Yeah.
That one's a good one.
Do you want to do it?
Yeah.
All right. You guys, we're going to give another spoiler. We're going to do our unredacted JFK files, Flip City style.
We'll do the setup first.
Okay.
Yes, these are things that we learned. If you went on and you read the JFK files when they were released a month or two ago, then you already know these things. And you'll, now you'll get to hear them again.
Yeah. And it's up on the screen right now.
That's cool.
So, Executive Order 14176 declassified all records related to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. But is the world ready for the shocking revelations contained in the unredacted JFK files? History's biggest secrets exposed. Ultimate proof of the ultimate cover-ups. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
Well, can get any bigger on that photograph?
Sure.
Sure, you want to see this photo because this is one of the most shocking revelations of all.
Mm-mm.
Is that good?
What, for me to be able to
Well, I
read?
just want people to see
Can
that
you
photograph.
zoom? Are you able to zoom?
That's the thing. Like, it seemed to take me out of the 2-page view, but let's see if it'll let me.
Well, go to one page and then see if you can zoom on that. What you need.
Yeah, it's over there.
Where?
It's on the left now.
Yeah, let me see. Well, we'll zoom in.
Cool. Yeah, you can zoom.
Yes, because this is a never before seen photograph, folks,
Uh-oh.
that we got access to. Yes, it's the Beatles. Here comes the gun. Rumors of assassins hiding in the storm drains beneath Dealey Plaza have abounded since Jim Garrison's day. But now, jaw-dropping new photos and documents reveal none other than the legendary Beatles, John, Paul, George, and Ringo, poking their unmistakable mop tops out of the gutter on Elm Street, the site of the shooting. According to the heavily redacted memos, the CIA had recruited John Lennon as early as 1959 and subjected him to mind control experiments, rotating him between UK black sites in Knob End, Slack Bottom, Wet Wang, Giggleswick, and Cockermouth. It's true. Cockermouth.
Wow.
The documents further report that Lennon convinced the band to come together for this operation under the pretense of an appearance on American Bandstand. Amazing. Notes indicate that once in position, Ringo held the rifle with a little help from his friends.
Yeah.
After his shot missed the motorcade, the Liverpudlians made their escape through the long and winding drain pipe and across the sewerverse to an exit near the Trinity River, where the Fab Four were extracted on a yellow submarine back to the USSR.
Mm.
Incidentally, some Beatle files have long insisted that if you play Can't Buy Me Love backwards, you can clearly hear Ringo whisper, "I shot JFK."
Good one.
It's true. And here they are, the Beatles prepared to perform their all-time biggest hit.
Wow.
He's got a rifle,
It looks like it.
that guy.
That's
All
the
right.
BB gun.
Of course they would get Ringo to do it.
Of course.
All right.
So that's just a little taste of what you'll get in issue 25.
That's right. And these JFK files, is that 3 pages in the
That's
magazine?
5 pages.
5 pages!
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Flip City and help from Get Woke Up News, Anthony Anderson.
Awesome.
Thank you, Anthony. He's my buddy.
Well, there was a good spoiler for y'all.
Yeah. Now you got to see what else is in there. I'm not going to show it to you.
Very
Hey,
cool.
well,
It's pay to
Scott,
play.
actually, you were telling me something interesting the other day. You were telling me that in the writing of Flip City Magazine, even though we're doing satire and everything, you need to do a ton of research to know, like what these conspiracy theories are and everything, so that then you can like
Oh
make
yeah.
it stupid.
Well, this
Basically.
and many other pieces. You've got to be well informed to start making sense, to write something that makes sense on these
Right.
things. So I'm no JFK assassination scholar or anything like that, but
Well, that's the thing. Like with the whole Fab Four in the gutter, I only found out recently because you hear a lot of information about the JFK assassination, and basically, we all know that the term conspiracy theorist was created by the CIA to put a damper on people questioning the assassination way back in the day, but uh, uh, it's basically the tip top of conspiracy theories, JFK
Right.
shooting, right?
mhm.
Where it's hardly a conspiracy theory anymore. But I only recently found out that there's a huge number of people that believe somebody was down in the sewers, and that
Mhm.
was the one that took the kill shot.
Yeah.
I didn't know that until recently.
Yeah, it was Ringo. Now, as you were saying, they do research. Is all these are actual sites in England? Wetwang, Giggleswick, Cockermouth. Those are real places.
For real?
Oh yeah,
Wow.
No,
yes.
really?
Wow.
Knob End, Slack Bottom. Yes, they're
I
all real.
thought you made them up.
No,
That's funny.
I would never make a thing like that up.
Vulcan liked the mafioso cucked.
Yeah, that's a good piece. This mob wife, she slept with JFK and everybody. She is a real whore.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, for reals. And she came from Cocker's Mouth.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh,
She came from Chicago,
okay.
Mm.
not Cocker's Mouth.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to spread misinformation.
Yeah, that is disinformation.
Hey guys, I see we've got 24 people watching
Oh my
live. If
God.
you
Wow.
haven't already, slap that thumbs up button. And if you want to do us an even more solid, share the stream out. We're trying to get actually we would love to get to $1,000 on this campaign. In fact, before I refresh it, I'm going to share the screen and share the campaign. Share.
Yeah. You'll want a copy of this. They are not unlimited. And it's based, this magazine is based AF, right, Christy?
Well, that's what people say.
That's what they say.
And we don't
I don't
argue
know
with
I don't
them.
know what that means.
Me either. Based AF.
AF. Okay, you crazy kids.
It means always funny.
Always
Oh,
funny.
okay. Thank you. All right, oh wait, first I'm gonna do, because I've got these things on here. We're gonna do a drum roll.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Be the one to boost that.
Just one.
Oh, we didn't get any backers yet, so then it goes like that. You guys,
you have the best sound effects.
I've got 26 live viewers, and you guys are making me play the
One.
sad trumpet.
Man, one backer. I'll just ask it for one.
Hey, oh, by the way, okay, so like Kurt said a little while ago, $46 will get us to 50% raised. We do have it in a keep it all fundraising mode, and it's not because we're going to take it and run away with that $1,000. We publish no matter what because we have obligations to fulfill to our regular subscribers. They freaking love us, but they would very much love to see people that like backing crowdfunders jump on board so you can share in the laughs.
Yeah.
And we keep the bar super duper low for
Yep.
entry. Yeah, if you got $13, less than what this is less than what you can buy a meal at McDonald's for.
It is. Right.
You're going to McDonald's, you're probably buying a meal for what now? $15 to $18?
14, 15. Yeah, I was just there a few days ago, and it was, I was with someone, and 2 meals was almost like $30. Like,
Wow.
I'm like,
Yeah.
do you remember when it was $5? It was $5 for like a meal.
I remember
Oh,
Big
I
Mac.
don't.
that.
I'm way
Really?
too young to remember that, Kurt.
But
I remember
I
5 and
remember.
change, like a Big Mac, fries, and a drink for like $5.38 or whatever the hell it was. I mean, I'm like, did that happen? It was that low back then. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
It is freaking crazy. So yeah,
Everything
for-
they took from
for
us.
less
yes.
than a McDonald's meal, you can get volume 25. That's 64 full color pages in a regular magazine size format, and free shipping in the United States. So it literally is only $13.
And now I know what you're saying. I go and get a Big Mac. That Big Mac could last 60 days. It would sit there on my desk, and it would look exactly the same.
That's true. That's been proven.
But the book will last even longer. It could last years.
The book is not as messy. Actually, it is, but it's what do you
It's
call
contained.
it? It's not literally messy, figuratively messy. The book is figuratively messy versus a literal messy
Yeah.
Big Mac.
The book is a planned implosion.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Madness says the outcome of McDonald's food can be entertaining. It is not this entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pops. Thanks for popping
Thanks,
in
Pops.
and saying what's up.
Yeah. Love that, Pops.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, and Vulcan saying fast food is not worth it for the prices. Like,
Yeah.
if we do fast food, we're ordering off those, because most of them have those cheap menus, where you get like a small burger for a couple bucks. That's it. But
Matt-
we really,
Madness Entertainment's asking to share the link, people. Does he mean like in chat or you guys or us?
I guess anyone would do.
Okay.
yeah. Well,
No
Vulcan,
one
if you're
shares the
still,
link, put it in there.
if you're still out there, please share the link to the campaign. I would greatly appreciate. Oh wait, I can just grab it from right here.
Yeah.
I'm a copy paster. So this is the link to the campaign. And Pops, thank you so much. He's so used to doing all these shill shows, but also share the link to the stream. Invite people to come have some fun with us.
Yeah.
Here at the
I sent out the bat signal, but I haven't heard anything. You know what I'm talking about? To Bruce Wayne.
Oh yeah. I
Batman.
do. Bruce, it's so funny. So my co-host on the Creative Chaos Show is the Batman, or as some like to call him, Bruce Q. Wayne. I sent him an invitation.
Okay.
But then I realized he's actually has his stream right now. The
Oh
Batman.
crap! All right.
And so I said, "Oh, never mind. I'm sorry. I was."
Oh crap! Okay.
This is great. Ghost Pepper made a GIF of.
No, I made that.
Oh, you made that?
Yeah.
Well, he shared it.
He did.
So it's still great.
It is still great.
It's Walter White in his drug lab.
It's a Flip City animation that we did a while back.
Yeah.
I just remember that Walking Dead animation. I was so impressed with that, man. I think it was I was like the 6 months ago, the first time I was on your show, and you had the Walking Dead animated.
Yeah, the lower third.
Yeah, and I was just like, dude, you did this. This is so cool, man.
Yeah,
So,
I don't.
good work on your animated stuff.
Yeah.
the
Oh,
promo
I have
bar.
it. I have it. Hold on.
Is it going
Here
to
it
crawl
is.
across?
Yeah. That's cool, man. I love that.
Now, this normally should be going across the bottom of the screen. I just don't know how to make that happen because my
That's all right.
awesome producer, Cosmic Grandpa, is the one that places all this stuff correctly while we're live. But
Cool.
that's what
Yeah.
you're referring to.
Don't be a brain dead zombie.
Yeah.
Subscribe at flipcitymag.com. or
free your
just
mind.
sponsor the fundraiser.
Free your mind.
Free your mind, and your
Oops.
ass will follow.
I forgot I have to turn it off. Okay.
You got Simperman up there. Should I read the intro?
Sure, why not?
Well, it's kind of
And
funny, just so you guys know what's going on here. This is an epic effort by our lead parody artist Ben Sullivan. Well, I can't read it now; it's too small.
oh, sorry.
No.
I'll bring it back. There we go.
Let's just scroll up a little bit. Toot toot toot. Child-mannered Clerk Kant spends his work hours at the Daily Peanut newspaper fapping off to e-thoughts. But when evil billionaire Lex Luthor pulls the plug on his company's funding, he transforms into his alter ego Simperman. That's Simperman, to fight fascism and save the world from oligarchs or something. With art by super genius Ben Sullivan. So you don't want to miss that. Come on.
That's cool.
What do you want?
Yeah. And for anybody, I know people like backing booby books.
Oh,
You
there's
see right here,
boobs.
there's boobs.
Oh,
I see boobs.
Oh my God! I forgot to
you're-
put a bar over those boobs.
Well, man, zoom in.
Hold on, let me see.
Those are some serious monotone
Oh,
tiny
let's see.
sketch of
There
tiny
they
boobs.
are.
There you go.
We're now officially a booby book.
All right.
Well, those books make a lot of money.
Nothing like boobies to get you backers.
Boobies, yeah.
Boobies bring backers.
Boobies for backers.
I've also heard cleavage equals clicks.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
You just say clicks? Okay. Woo, never mind.
I can imagine what you heard.
Clicks. Yes. Clicks is right.
All right. Looks like Q's
Nice.
liking it.
Very
Q lives in
good.
the Netherlands, and he's getting
Oh, wow.
a free copy anyway, so he doesn't have to back.
Yeah,
That's cool.
I've been there. I've been to the Netherlands.
So 62 pages, right?
64.
Oh, 64
It's
pages.
64,
magazine.
yeah.
And you had it was what, eight topics or 10 or some.
There's probably more features than that if you count
Features.
them out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
There's a lot
that's
of-
really.
It's a lot
I'm
of
looking-
shit in there.
I'm looking forward because, like I said, this is the first time I'm getting the magazine, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
It just looks like you have a lot of content in there. It's great,
It's packed.
That's cool.
It's fun.
That's
I'm
cool.
trying to make this as fun as possible.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
fun factor.
yeah.
Well, I don't know. Do you
Awesome.
guys want to see the back cover by Pester Pooch?
Sure.
Oh, that's a fun one.
Hold on, I'm gonna fix this.
Okay.
So it's just
View image. No, you didn't get it. Oh, yeah, you're fine.
all right. Let's share this one.
We're
Oops.
gonna read this. Would you like to read it?
Well, let me get it.
Well,
Share
okay.
it first.
Kurt, if you can read it if you can see it. Kurt,
Oh,
but-
no, it's all right.
Okay.
I'm surprised my voice hasn't gone yet from last night. Oh, that's cool.
All right. There's Darth Vader.
And
Right.
just so everybody knows, anybody that's unfamiliar with Flip City, how many editions would you say that Pester Pooch does the back cover?
Well, we try to get him on every one. This time he's on the inside back cover because there's sometimes some little issues with intellectual property that we don't want to run into. So anyway, he's usually on the back though. He's been on a lot of them. I don't know, 15 of them.
Nice.
I don't know. Ton of
All right, I'll read it. Here we go. Darth Vader had this Timo counterfeit lightsaber drop shipped to his Imperial cruiser.
them.
What did I say?
Timo.
Oh, whatever. The tariffs were outrageous and the shipping time was a pooper. It made it past the deep space porch pirates and looters, but when it blows a fuse in the middle of a Jedi fight, he's the big loser. Bleep, bleep.
Timu lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
What's
That's how that would sound.
Made in USA.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Actually, it says schlick. One knockoff lightsaber.
That's cool.
Beautiful. Great work,
And
Pastor
it's
Pooch.
listed. It says made in the USA, but that's a lie.
Well, no, his
Yeah.
is a team.
Oh,
The
okay.
Jedi
Jedi.
has
Got
Good
it.
guy.
Jedi's
Good
is
guy.
American made.
Good
And
guys.
then that's
recommend.
this
Mine-
is my lightsaber trademark.
My little lightsaber from Kenner.
All right. So there's
All right,
the
very
Toonie
good.
Pester Pooch.
So you'll get that. You get your own copy of that to enjoy.
Cool.
Over. Okay. Who's watching us, Christy?
I don't know who's
Anybody-
watching us.
anybody
Oops.
How
else?
many? How many you got? How many viewers do we have?
29 viewers currently. 28 because you asked.
28. All right. Wait, and one. All we need is one backer. You think every 28
Yeah.
of these viewers have backed your magazine?
Oh heck no.
Well, then we need
No.
one of them to step up. We need
Step
one
up
backer.
and
One
be a
backer,
hero.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
One backer.
Be the hero.
Well, it's at less than a price of a McDonald's Happy Meal.
That's right.
Jesus.
For volume 25. But we do have catch-up packs as well for people that have never heard of Flip City
Yeah,
before.
the
We've got the
ketchup-
ketchup 6-pack.
That the McDonald's also has a ketchup pack.
Oh, they
They-
sure do.
Yeah.
Sure do. As a kid, we used to
So-
put it under people's tires. Remember that?
Yeah.
Did you ever used to do that?
I didn't do
Ketchup
that
pack and stuff?
exactly,
Oh, we did like
but I'd
crazy.
smash them.
You know,
Yeah. You
I-
wait for the car to back up. It backs up and then catch it.
I have a story that really upset me in high school. I bought a pair of new white jeans, and
Mm.
on the first day that I wore them to school, my friend stomped a ketchup packet and it went all over my jeans
Ooh,
Oh.
and ruined them.
Oh.
that sucks.
Yeah. I was mad at her.
Mm.
Sorry.
We got in a fight,
Yeah?
not a fist fight.
Was that the end of your friendship?
No.
A ketchup packet?
No,
Sad.
our friendship died slowly in darkness because I ditched
Mm.
her at senior grad night at Disneyland, and then we never
Oh,
spoke again
no.
because we were out of school, and
Mm.
so I never saw her again after that.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was weird.
Yeah.
Anyway,
What a
girls.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Crossword,
yeah.
my
Well,
favorite.
one other thing too that because I know a lot of people that are indie publishers themselves do is watch these streams. We do offer advertising in Flip City, and we put it out on every crowdfunder an indie discounted rate for advertising in Flip City. So just keep that in mind for volume 26, which will be launching in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, but if you want to get in on the tier of advertising right now at Fund My Comic, we'll just push your ad to 26. I mean, there's no reason not.
They can't.
Oh, they can't? Is it
It's
too late?
closed.
Okay, well,
And then here's a question
Maybe not.
regarding ad. So, because you mentioned it before, but I think it's kind of important. You should tell everybody for for indie creators who want to advertise in your magazine. How many places, businesses receive the magazine? So how many eyes are on it? You know what I'm saying? Because you told
Yeah.
me, but it's a
Yeah,
lot.
so our distribution is to at least 1,000 places. However, circulation is different than distribution because circulation is basically how many eyes you can legally count and how they average it. Because most households have at least a couple of people, and then also some of these magazines are also placed in public places. Like I know we get put out at the shop of Ghost Pepper on a table. We're also out at a shooting range, and those are things that I've just confirmed. So our circulation is more like I'd say 3,000 to 5,000.
libraries
Wow.
too.
Oh yeah, we're at some libraries as well.
Like public libraries?
Yeah.
Yes. Only
Really?
yeah, one librarian keeps her subscription current, and then
Wow.
another reader has bought subscriptions for his local library.
So are you, I mean, you don't have to give names of businesses or people, but like give some examples of these whatever places where the magazine goes to. Like, so you said libraries, like what else? Like,
The lobby of your like auto repair shop,
oh, okay.
that kind of thing.
Like any hotels or anything or dentist offices?
N-
Yeah.
Not as far as I know. See, because that's the thing. Not everybody tells us what they're doing with their
Okay,
magazines,
right.
so I can only guess. If
Okay.
I know of 3 public places, we probably have at least 10 public places
Okay.
that
I
they're
just
out. You know.
I have no clue about how this works. And I just think it's really cool that you have 1,000 places that receive your magazine. And so again, I think that's an awesome selling point for for the ads, for the advertising,
Yeah.
because I everything in indie seems kind of on the lower end, and so I was like, oh, you probably have 50 places that get your magazine, and when you were like 1,000, I'm like 1,000. I'm like, Jesus, man.
Yeah, and Kurt, it's only because we were super blessed when we first
Yeah,
launched to gain the attention of people with influence on the
right.
internet
That's
that
cool.
loved what we were doing and told their audience. We
But
got lucky.
but they remained, as in you haven't. Oh, we had 1,000 2 years ago, and now we're down to 200. You know what I'm saying?
Well, we've had over 2,000 subscribers, but
Okay.
Bidenomics
Yeah.
really cut our throat
Yeah.
pretty
Okay.
bad.
But 1,000
But
is still impressive. I'm still
oh
saying
yeah,
1,000 is. I honestly thought like 50, 40, 50, 60 places. Oh, okay. But 1,000 is a good number.
yeah,
Let me just mention we're also available at your comic book stores if you
Cool.
tell them you want Flip City. And in fact, issue 26 just went on sale in the Diamond Comics catalog, which is
Wow.
now a digital only, apparently, starting now. But you can see that at previewsworld.com if you buy for a comics shop.
Hmm.
Dial in a few copies, or tell your comic shop you're interested, and they can make sure to order it right now.
yeah, and retailers get a 50% discount off the cover price.
Yeah.
So
Okay, so this is an example of the size of your ads, correct? Half
yes, so
half page. Just explain that. Explain that.
yeah, so on the left side we've got 2 half-page ads, and I'm going to take the opportunity to thank our advertisers because it's
Mm-hmm.
really hard selling advertising.
Oh yeah.
But we've got Get Woke Up has a half-page ad. We've got Whimsyland Literacy and Coaching Services by our friend Daniel P. Riley. What are you tapping
Oh,
me for?
because it seemed like you were gagging. There's Voivod, the new digital novel by our friend Sonny Klein and our writer, and you can get that at Amazon. Well, it's Kyle Stiff here. Voivod, Viperhawk by our friend RJ Jensen, spudmedia.net. You can get Nat Rain's softcover anthology, 100 pages, at natrain.substack.com. And Phenomenon 1999. Look at that. Fundraiser coming to fund my comic in October. Cool.
And that is by Patrick Quinlan.
And we have a couple more friends.
Yep, we've got Levi Skeen's Galaxy Memorial Park. That was the ad that was won during the Flip Cities Madness collaboration. And then our good friend Kurt here has an
Whoa!
ad.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I recognize that. I recognize that. Thanks again for that. That looks really
Awesome.
cool.
It
I
does
was
look
like,
cool.
that looks really cool on that page. So no, I'm impressed with these ads. And again, this is a great, a great pitch to sell people because those half page ads are nice. I'm like, I'm gonna have to think about that. You know what I mean? Because that's cool, man. That half page ads, 2 of those. Wow. So,
Yeah.
anyways, good work.
And we're not against trading stuff as well. So if you have something that might be of value to Flip City and want to trade for ad space, we're open to it. I like that kind of parallel economy type of stuff.
Legal or
We
illegal?
we really do prefer cash, but we'll trade.
Yeah. Gotcha. Contraband or no? Like
Oh,
our can we talk
Hmm.
under the table?
no, never.
Compelling.
What? Vulcan said I brought the mood down?
He was talking about your friend thing you ditched. And
Oh,
Your broken friendship.
my broken friendship.
I think
That's
we've
right.
lost people. I guess if that's the last chat, then maybe there's no one watching us.
Yeah. Why don't we check in with the campaign and
One backer, man. If you got one backer, that'd be cool.
oh, I'll be so happy.
We don't want that sound effect again.
We don't
Right.
want the sound effect. Even though it might make you laugh, it makes me cry. All right, let's see here. We're gonna go to the drum
Okay.
roll, and I'm not even gonna prepare the sad trumpet sound.
Cross fingers. Cross fingers. 31, 31, 31.
Hello.
Let's see. It is 30
Yeah.
hours.
Well, thanks to whoever back. That's
Yay.
cool.
Now we're only $20 away
See,
from
that's cool. That's cool.
getting to that $1,000 mark.
So basically,
you.
you just need one backer to get to 1,000. One backer.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you get 13 in the shipping and a little, you see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
We'll get close at least.
one more backer.
18 minutes to go.
18 minutes to go,
18
people.
minutes to go.
Like I said, if I didn't back it, I would back it right now and get you to that 1,000.
Appreciate that.
I backed it. I'm sorry.
It's too late.
I know.
Did it.
I've actually told I've the few people who I know are good money wise who backs. I've already contacted them, and that's what last night was. I think did you get 2 or 3 backers last night from the show?
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember because I'm pretty sure I got a backer on the other stream that I went on.
Okay.
Movies, Bruce.
I think you got at least 2 from me because I think
so.
I'm pretty sure it was EK and maybe my brother, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I
know. Our wonderful friend Danny backed.
Oh, that's right, Danny. That's right. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah. So, yep, campaign's closing in 17 minutes. And so that's how much longer you've got. We extended this one. We've been trying to do a down and dirty 30-day campaign for each of new release, but we extended this one by a week because we were traveling when it was supposed to close. And it's like, let's do another week.
Right.
And I got invited on your stream. And
right, yeah.
And
that would have sucked if you came on and you're like, "Oh, campaign's over." I would have been, "Hey, I guess I try to help, but I don't have that big of an audience." So you maybe get a couple from me, and that's about it. But, yeah.
All right, awesome. Hey, thank you so much to Headless Bourgeoisie for backing for the second time to try to help us get towards that 1K. Super duper appreciated. But he said,
"Thank you.
Do it for Mrs. Puckerbottom." Who said? Is that me? Am I Mrs. Puckerbottom?
I don't know.
I'll
find
take
out.
it. That's a funny nickname.
Is that a street in England? Like the
Right. That's the other
Mrs.
thing I was thinking.
Puckerbottom.
That sounds like one of those.
She lives in Wixwick. Wixwiggle.
And now he's just laughing at me. Headless. You were nice to me the first time you came on my stream. Look at how comfy we've gotten with each other now. No,
Hey,
it's okay.
hey,
I can
Christy?
handle it.
Hey, Christy.
I'm not a pucker bottom. What?
I do have one more spoiler in mind whenever you feel like it.
Okay, what?
It will be the food page.
The food page.
I'll
Well,
read
let's
a couple
find
of-
it.
A couple of pieces from our food reviews. We sent our food reviewer out to restaurants, and with delicious results.
Is it this
No, it will say it's a column. It'll say food.
one? Okay.
See, Christy doesn't read the magazine.
I do so much. Well, you know what's funny? So I do eventually read the magazine, but I'm behind by a couple of issues.
Mm.
And I do like to read it in print, and I took them on vacation with us, but I didn't get to them because I was reading our good friend Doc Blaylock's novella, A Damn Dirty
Mm.
Thing.
Right.
So that's how I spent my reading time.
Back in the day, I would not go to press without having you
Yes.
look at everything.
Well, now we
I'm
have a
so
proofreader.
confident. Oh yeah, we have a proofreader too.
That's what
Okay.
changed. I didn't have to
Yeah.
proofread anymore.
Yeah, but still, your approval's important. You're the, you know what I mean?
You know, here's the thing. Like, I know Scott's so freaking hilarious
Mm-hmm.
that I don't
Oh,
like my opinion doesn't matter that much.
Oh, come on now. You just trust him. You're like, I trust it's
I
funny, and that's all
do.
we need to
it's a
do.
lot of
Yeah.
trust.
That's
going
cool.
on.
Yeah.
That's good.
I mean,
That's
I trust him so much I ignore half of what he says.
Mhm.
good. Hey, well, trust is a hard thing to come by these days, so that's a good thing.
Okay, let's see. I'm just trying to get to the page.
Yes. Food.
Okay, I have to change the view here.
Okay. All right. All right. It's Flip City's food reviewer, the Frugal Fagula. There
Is
he
this
is.
it?
That's it.
Okay, now I
I'll
have to
just read
share
a
it.
couple of it. Yeah.
Hold on, I have to stop this one.
I will wait. We'll all wait to hear what the Frugal Fagula has to say about dining out.
Window. Boom, boom. Gotta put it there. Then we gotta do this. All right,
Whoa.
here we go.
Open wide and swallow.
Wow.
Frugal Fagula. Experimental eats are on the menu, friends. Hi, guys, it's your pal, the Frugal Fagula, again. Back by popular demand. The current trend in fine dining is deconstruction.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, being a foodie, I toured my city by the bay this week on a quest for the best. And what I experienced changed everything I ever thought I knew about food. My first stop was the intriguing Burger Mystère on Polk Street. Service starts with a simple beef patty on a plate, as the doors are locked shut. The diner then must solve a series of clues, each more challenging than the last, to finally locate his bun, choice of toppings, and condiments. Fail to accomplish this, finish eating, and then escape from the room within a 60-minute time frame, and you get a brutal tickle session by kitchen staff in pitch darkness, and worse, I am told. I wouldn't know, because once I pried the door open, I ran the hell out of there without tipping.
Mm.
I'll give it one more. There's a whole pile of these. Whoa. Okay, right there.
Yeah.
Next up was the trending Area 52 on Valencia, promising a dining experience, quote, beyond all space and time. I thought I'd give the chronoported mushroom consomme with pickled sakura a try. I was all ready to dig in when our server brought over a rotating mercury dish and non-terrestrial element 151 and literally sent my dinner into the future. I can hardly wait until 2065 to eat it. All right.
All right. There's
So
your
there you go.
Frugal
Frugal
Fagula.
Fagula.
He's a new contributor to the
Yeah.
magazine.
Good guy.
Oh, yeah?
I wouldn't know. I stay 6 feet away from him.
Oh, Kurt's gone.
Oh.
I don't know if he just turned his camera off or if he's offline.
Okay. Well,
Well,
you
couldn't-
got 10 minutes left to get in and get the laughs.
yeah.
More laughs than you can handle.
In fact, we're going to refresh it one more time after I figure out how to stop these screens and stuff.
You'll be sick of laughing by the time you're done reading.
Yeah.
25. And your jaws.
You guys, the magazine is much more interesting than Scott and Christy.
Yeah.
I guarantee you. Q was saying that the pucker bottom thing is a perfect parody name for Peter Parker. And he said, Peter Parker bottom.
Very good.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay.
Write one down, Chris.
Peter Parker bottom.
For the Spider-Man parody.
But he hasn't. The Peter Parker Spider-Man hasn't ever been in a magazine.
No, but
Other Spooderman.
Miles Morales has that.
Yes.
Across the Spider-Man across the universe. Whatever.
Yes. We're gonna add this to the scene.
Across the Spider-Verse.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. There's 10 minutes left in the campaign. We will refresh now and then refresh 1 minute before it closes. See if we get anything else. Hopefully, I don't have to play that sad horn.
No.
Well, you got
Yeah.
one. That's cool.
No, yeah, but we still get a sad horn if we
I
don't
still
get
wish
another one.
we have one more backer. I mean, I just want that even thousand. I'm like, my OCD's kicking in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. 980. It's hard to.
Join the Discord, people.
Oh, it's so exciting.
31.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, whoa!
Wow.
Wow!
That's cool.
Wow!
That's cool. Whoever did that thing,
I
that's
just
awesome.
gotta do this. I gotta
Yeah.
do that, and I gotta do that,
That's really cool.
and then
Thank you.
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you. Was that
That's cool.
Headless Bourgeoisie again, or somebody who had previously back just went over and got us up over
Yeah.
that $1,000 mark.
That's cool.
Feels good, man.
We've got a cheers from Headless over
Feels
there.
good.
Vulcan going woo.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. That
Amazing.
and Headless says it may have been him. Thank you for helping with Kurt's OCD. I mean, that helps us be a good host here.
I had to get over 1,000, man, and just that one. That's all you. That 1,000 is cool. So that's cool, man. So yeah, this was a success.
Yay!
This was a success
Thank
today.
you. Thank you. Like, really, it means a ton because when we host our own, campaign launches and closeouts and stuff like that, because we don't have a huge YouTube, audience and stuff. So I don't really expect a lot. And this is way more than I was expecting to happen today. I came in with the expectation of like not making any extra money. So getting up over 1,000, that's fantastic. I'm so happy.
Sometimes if you ask politely, amazing things happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Let them know, hey, we need help. Get us to 1,000, and sometimes it happens.
Yeah, and actually, so everybody knows, anybody that backed at any of the catch-up tiers, I'm going to start fulfilling those tomorrow morning. So you should get those this week.
You are keeping us in business.
You are
keeping
keeping
free
us,
speech and print going.
And creative freedom. It's all about creative freedom.
You're great. We're totally independent. We don't take anybody's money except yours.
We're the underdogs.
No political parties dropping fat checks on us.
No.
To steer the narrative.
That's exactly what would happen too. If we accepted money from any kind of anyone really beyond, individual buyers,
right?
They would try to influence what we are putting out there.
Oh, you take investment money and that's good. And then, hey, you know what? I got an idea. It'd be a real funny piece.
Why don't we put a nose ring and purple hair in this girl cartoon here? You know what I mean?
Well, we do that. We do a lot of that.
Well, yeah, but that's like to make fun of them, as in, you know what I mean? They would start slowly. What do you call it? Bending their will onto you.
Yep, eating away at the essence
until you're dependent upon them, and then they got you. So independent is the way to go. It's all about freedom. All about freedom, guys and gals.
Freedom.
Yeah. Now, Kurt, how long have you been self-publishing? I know you've told me before, but remind me and anybody else that's out there.
It feels like hundreds of years, but technically, I don't know. I'm a rogue. I'm a loner. I'm a loner. God, a rebel, and so I'm not like I don't have that. I kind of lose track sometimes because I'm alone. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
I guess technically, I guess when it comes to like publishing, self-publishing for the public, because for the longest time I was publishing stuff basically for myself, and some friends would see stuff or whatever. But like once I kind of went public, I guess technically that would be in the crowdfunding arena, which means about 3 years, I guess, because I think my first campaign, the very first campaign I did was after COVID. I think it was 3 years ago. I think my first campaign, I basically had a campaign a year, I think, like one a year for the last 3 years. So I'll say for the record, I've been self-publishing for roughly 3 years. Yeah.
For 3 years, to basically put it out there to the general public and let them know, this
Right.
exists.
Yeah, I exist. I know I'm a ghost, but I actually talk. I'm a talking ghost. So I'd say 3 years. And you
Okay.
guys you're at 5, 6 years or longer.
We're
and a
in our
half.
5th year right now.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
start of 2026 will
So we're
be
all
the start of our 6th year.
so both of us we're kind of rookies, novices, because we're under 10 years. I know in like business, at least the rest. I kind of know the restaurant business because the whole marketing thing. They say like a new restaurant, like a new restaurant opens up. They say that the survival is like the 10-year mark. At least it used to be. I don't know now, maybe it's changed. But they said if that restaurant can make it to the 10-year mark, then chances are it's going to be around for a while. That's like, you know what I mean?
Okay. All right. So we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Well, for that standard, yeah. I mean, print magazines are known to sink or swim. They can
Yeah.
fold a lot quicker.
Right. But that's good. 5 is good. 5 is good.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I'd like to do is close our campaign out here in a few minutes and then go ahead and scroll yours. Because we're live, we may as well do it.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Absolutely.
If you want, no biggie.
Yeah, but we'll let it be about Flip City for the next 3 minutes, and then
Yeah,
we'll
definitely.
throw it to you.
So you got what, two or 3 minutes left? Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we'll let it close, and then we'll just do one
Yeah.
final refresh.
Perfect.
Yeah. So bourgeoisie, if you want to go over and back a 4th time.
Get one for your mom.
I'm really happy for you guys that you hit that over 1,000. That was bucking.
Me too. Me too. We did pretty well on our launch. And then it kind of stalled for a while, and it's just been kind of a crawl on this campaign. The next one, I think I'm going to start booking podcasts right now.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to do everything you can,
Yeah.
any size.
And the other thing, Christy, I know you've said it more than once how you hate social media, and I do too. But I call it a necessary evil. It's like money and everything else. I would just suggest, and maybe I can help you. Like when you post to Twitter, what I think you should try, because what I try to do, like when it comes to like the show, last night's show, I had the thumbnail and I started posting that like 2 days in advance. And
Right.
then every day I retweeted it twice a day on the next day and then twice a day on the following day. It gets it out there. People miss it the first time, they see the second. They miss the second, they see it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As opposed to like posting it 1 hour before the show starts. Then post it 2 days before the show.
Yeah.
And just every day you just bookmark it, because anything I post, I bookmark. So I go onto my bookmarks, I just repost it, and then 6, 7, 8 hours later, repost it. Do that for like 2 days. Like if your shows are Thursday night. So like Tuesday night post, Wednesday night, Thursday, bam, shows Thursday night. That's 2 days for people to see and kind of make plans. Oh, well, there's no show, so I'll hang out, or I'll cancel bowling or whatever. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's my suggestion to you when it comes to the social media aspect.
Yeah. And Kurt, I do know all of this in theory, and I don't know why still I'm bashful about doing it, but I just need to get over it.
Yeah, man.
And do it.
I mean, again,
I'm such the person that I don't want to bug anybody, but
No.
it's not going to bug anybody.
it's If it bumps them, they'll mute you. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, most of the people I know people mute me because I never interact with them. I can tell. They don't see my stuff. They don't comment or nothing. The ones that I focus on are the ones who do comment and repost. Like Vulcan. That's why I praise Vulcan because the dude likes and reposts almost everything I post, even if it's 3 days old. He comes back and just fires away.
I
My
know,
last
dude.
10 posts.
It's always a love fest for Vulcan on
Yeah.
our shows.
He's good, man.
Yeah, like last. Oh, that was the thing. You were saying that he gets a medal. Does he actually get a physical medal?
I will get back to you because
Okay.
it's really bugging me. I'm like, you know what? Wouldn't that be cool if I could somehow? I don't know. I don't know how. That has to take a little bit of thought. But I'm like, if I could actually craft somehow a imitation medal and include it in his package, that'd be really cool. So I'm going to have to dwell on this for a while.
Okay.
I have several months, so I think within a few months I'll figure out a way to get some sort of medal for Vulcan.
He might be satisfied with the emoji. I don't know. All right. Campaign is closed. We're going to do one final refresh and then move on. So let's make this big. We're going to do our drum roll. Because I like sound effects.
Yeah. You get applause.
All right. We closed out and let's see.
That's cool.
Yeah, closed 1 minute ago. Okay,
Go.
fantastic.
All
And then
right.
we get that. And that.
That's cool.
All right. Scott's going to step away for a moment.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you to everybody that backed Flip City Volume 25. You'll get that in your hands in about 6-ish weeks. By the time we process everything and get it printed and it's in our hands and all that kind of good stuff. So thank you again to everybody. Thank you, Kurt, for backing. And then also, hey, what's up, Aaron? Truth Quest, Aaron Moriarty coming in saying money is just dirty paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. It could be very dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. All right, so let's take this down. I'm going to remove that from the scene. All right, so that was our campaign, and then Kurt, you're over on Indiegogo.
Yeah. Yeah, I am missing Fun Like Comic. I'm like, so I got so comfortable with them. I'm just like, man, next campaign, I'd definitely
Hey, you want to hear something pretty cool?
What?
When I typed in Indiegogo, it brought up your direct link.
Oh, that's cool.
It was still saved.
Sweet, perfect, easy.
Yeah, so let's talk about your project for a little bit.
Sure.
Because we didn't do it on your show last night.
Yeah, that's cool.
We got to do it now.
That's fine. I appreciate it.
Well, do you want to watch the trailer first?
Sure.
All right, let's do that.
Let's scare your audience.
All right. Oh, wait. Shoot.
Well,
sorry. I will restart this.
That's all right. Yeah.
Because it's got a cool music with it.
It does.
All right, here we go. All right.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. So, Kurt, before we
Mhm.
get into the campaign, something that you told me, I don't know if you told me on my show or if it was just in one of our private conversations,
Mhm.
that you love making trailers and
Love it.
you do a good job.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, I was a film major in college. I wasn't, I was an film production major and art minor because art was always a hobby to me. It was like a second nature because I started drawing at like 3 years old, and so I never really tried to get employment through my art. I drew. It was fun, and that's what you know what I mean. And I was all about movies, 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 and at an early age, like grade school. I fell in love with trailers because for 1 or 2 minute tease of a 2 hour film, what do you put in there? You can't put too much to ruin stuff. You can't put too little. Anyways, so when it comes to the indie comics community, 3, 4 years ago when I kind of phased into it, I saw everyone making trailers, but the, these popular campaigns and big campaigns, I was just like, these trailers are like all the same. It's like it's loud heavy metal music and a lot of spinning images and iPhone special effects, and it's really fast and crazy, and that's what's cool. That's what's cool, and I'm just like, I hate that. I don't want. It doesn't tell anything about the story. It's like you don't see much artwork. It doesn't tell the story. So what the hell? And so I just said, well, I'm just gonna, like everything, I just do things my way. And I make my trailers usually they're usually around close to 2 minutes, but it's like more of a film. Like when you go to the movie theater and the lights dim. I always love that. I mean, who didn't love that? Go to the movie theater and the lights dim. And you're like, oh, what previews, what trailers I'm going to see. Then you see all these cool trailers for movies, upcoming movies and stuff. But there's like kind of like that formula. It's like it shows how it starts. It kind of gives you a little background, a little bit of narration, and then you have some action stuff, and there you go. And so that's how I make my trailers. Is it's more like it's more a trailer for like a film versus a comic book. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I am addicted to them. God, I could do that, just only that. The only problem is I can't make the trailers without the artwork. So I have to do I have to do all the drawings, for the book. And the more drawings I have for the book, then the cooler the trailer is. But because I'm so hooked, I just constantly working. In fact, I'm almost finished with the second trailer for Intervention, which is a little bit longer and it shows more because I have more artwork done. See, at the time of this trailer, I made this, I don't know what, 3, 4, 5 months ago. I didn't have many drawings to show in the trailer. Now I have a lot of drawings to show. So I found a better song. It's still Western, but it's more solemn,
Okay.
little more sad. It's more fitting because this story is very dark, very sad. It's not. There's nothing happy about it. I don't even think that if there's comic relief, it's accidental because it's just a very grim,
Okay.
dark story. It just everything about Alone in the Desert and I don't know. It just has this very dark, grim feel to it, and I found this perfect song for it. So I'm like, I'm making a second trailer, and I'm going to have more in it, and it's going to show cooler stuff, and it's going to be longer. So I'm working on this second trailer, and my plan is like I said, when this Indiegogo campaign is over, I want to launch a second chance. Like once the book is finished and it's like printed, so then I have a stockpile of books, and they're all sent out to all the backers. And the leftover books I have, then you go to Fund My Comic and launch what they call a second chance campaign for people who may have heard of it and they didn't back it the first time or whatever, or someone reads it, they're like, dude, this is cool, you should check it out. So it gives people the second chance to get the book. And then what you do is then you mail each book like that week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have the printed book. So John Smith is like, oh, I'll get your book. okay, John. And so then the next day or two, you go to the shipping and you mail his book to him. The trailer I'm working on now is I'm planning for the Fund My Comic campaign. So when I have the Fund My Comic Second Chance campaign, I'll have a brand new trailer, which is a little longer, much better than this one, much darker. It'll give the. It's really important for me to be like an honest salesman, because ironically, in the in the indie comics community, they never judge a book by its cover, right? Well, guess what everyone does? I swear to God, everyone. I mean, it's irony. It's amazing. They judge books by, oh my God, this cover is so cool, and then they get the book and like the interior sucks. And okay, don't judge a book by its cover. So I want anyone who's interested to know up front, hey, this is not a traditional comic. This is different. It's dark. It's definitely adult. There's a lot of dark shit in this. So there you go. And then if it was cool, get it. But I like being upfront, because I don't want that disappointment, like to someone to get it and be like, wow, this is nothing how I thought. You know what I mean? It's like and so the trailers are the best way to get a feel of what the story is. And so that's why I put a lot of thought and work into the trailers, because a 2-minute trailer, you can understand what's going on, as opposed to me babbling for 20 minutes.
Gotcha. Hey, Kurt, I got word here, and I don't know if this, if
No
Bourgeois
way.
had backed it previously, but we are going to do a drum roll for you
Oh man,
and see if this is a new backing.
that's cool.
Also, just real quick, wanted to say what's up to Devil Flyer that popped in and gave us an emoji, and File 13. I don't believe I've ever seen you on our channel before, so welcome if you're still here. Thanks for showing up. But let's go ahead and do a refresh here. Very nice.
Dude, that's cool, man. Headless. How do you pronounce that? I'm not good at French. Headless.
Bourgeoisie.
Oh, bourgeois. Headless.
Burgosies.
Dude, that's cool. Back. Looks cool. I'm an easy mark for. Okay, it's a weird one, man. It's definitely. It's again. It shows at the end of it. It's a dark fantasy, Western horror. So it's 3, categories, genres, all in one. And I guess the best way to explain it is, I would say it's 50% dark fantasy. It's mostly dark fantasy, right? As in monsters, demons, magic, all that crap. About 25% ish Western, and like 25% ish horror. So that's what you can expect. But again, the trailer's the best. The trailer is definitely the way to understand what it's about. So I appreciate it, man. That's cool, dude. I totally appreciate that, Headless.
Dude, look at guys, we're getting flooded now. Omar popping in saying hi all, hello all, and then good stuff saying hi all.
It's after 8 East Coast. I wonder if that's like it's later here East Coast. It's 8:45. So I think maybe people are starting to settle down for the night, so they're probably tuning into shows.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys for popping in. We just literally closed out the Flip City Volume 25 campaign, so you don't have an opportunity anymore to grab that through Fund My Comic. However, it will be for sale on our store after we get the print in our hands. So you never truly miss out with Flip City, unless we're having a real rough month when we're doing print. About once a year we do a very limited print that only goes to our backers and subscribers. So that is why you do want to get in on campaigns, because you never know when those are going to roll around where it's going to be a limited print.
Headless, that's correct. Don't dox me. Yeah, I'm outside of Raleigh. I'm in the outside of Raleigh area. Headless. Why, are you an NC? If he's an NC, that's cool.
Yeah. Hey, so what are your plans, Kurt, for doing conventions and stuff? Do you have any interest? Are you going to do that?
I did too, and I'm not doing it anytime soon. Conventions are It's one of those things that just you go in thinking one thing, and then you do a convention and you leave completely different. It's unfortunately they're not that cool. If you're lucky, you break even because the convention costs money. You have to pay for your booth. You have
Yeah.
to pay for food and pay for a hotel and pay and pay and pay and pay. So you're racking up a bill for 3 days and nights. And if you don't make, if you don't make enough money equal to or greater than what you spent on that weekend, now you're in the hole. You're negative. And I did a big convention in Raleigh 3 years ago. Okay, cool, man. And I did another convention, a smaller convention in Raleigh the following year. And both, you sell a lot of stuff, but I broke even every time, which is better than being negative. But after 3 days of all that work of setting up and displaying and breaking it down, the drive there and all this crap, and of course in the summer, so it's hot as shit. It's 90 degrees, humid and shit. Afterwards, you're like, you know what? Technically, I didn't make money. What am I doing? You know what I mean? And you meet some, there's some cool people and stuff, but it's disappointing because it's the work and effort and all that stuff. You just don't get the return.
Right.
Where crowdfunding, you never leave home. I'm doing this from home. I work at home anyways on this stuff. So you're working at home, you campaign at home. You use Twitter and YouTube to spread the word. I'm not up and down on the streets nailing flyers to telephone poles like 30, 40 years ago. You know what I mean? Remember the old days, the flyers and the telephone poles for rock bands and stuff?
Yeah.
Now it's Twitter and YouTube and all this stuff. So you don't have to go through all that booking for a weekend and setting up and all this crap. And you profit better, because with the crowdfunding, you make more than you would at a convention. It sucks because when you come into it, you think, oh, conventions is the way to go. And then you find out it's not. And it sucks. It's like, man, I wish it was, but I think it was at one time. And I also think if you're big, like, like an actual Marvel or DC or Image, a known name in the industry, that's where you get your audience. But for people like me, who's just starting now.
Yeah. Also, hey, K-pop junkie, thanks for popping in. We've closed out the Flip City campaign, and we're looking at Kurt's right now for Intervention, a dark fantasy Western horror. Right?
Yep, correct. Yeah, correct. It's actually it hasn't even been live for 3 weeks. It's 8 days left is the 30-day mark. So I'll probably let it go a little bit after because once you hit your funding goal.
In demand now?
Yeah, I technically
Awesome.
It should, unless they pull me for some stupid reason, which I hope they don't. But if it goes in demand, I'll let it coast for a little bit just to see how it goes. But yeah, once it if it slows down to kind of a halt, I'm like, nah, I'll pull it. Because like I said, once I finish the book, and I'm hoping it's finished in about 2 to 3 months. Then you ship it to the backers, and then I go to fund my comic and put it up as a second chance campaign, and then that's where you let it sit because that's the storefront. A second chance campaign is kind of like a storefront campaign where it can sit there for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, and people just one at a time grab it and you mail it to them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's the plan.
All right. Yeah, that cover is really great.
Thanks. But no, I appreciate this. And again, Headless, I appreciate that. That's cool. I wasn't planning on this tonight, so.
I'm telling you, I said it when I had you on my show.
Yeah,
I just really love this desert scene in black and white because I can still see it in the colors that it should be. Because you did such a good job on that.
You want to know a little secret? Because you reacted the way you did to that first panel, because I'm like, oh, it's so cool, the 2 moons. And the new trailer, I have an enlarged version of that, and I make sure that's the first thing you see, and it kind of lingers for a few seconds.
Oh, cool.
That's just for you. I'm starting the new trailer because you complimented that first panel so much. I'm like, I got to make sure that's right there just for Christy. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And then eventually, you guys, you will hear my voice. We're not going to spoil it. You will hear my voice in one of Kurt's trailers.
In a future trailer, a mystery trailer, one that's been unnamed. Which again, this week at your convenience, because again, I don't actually need it for a while, but at your convenience, let's go back over the voice thing because I think you know how it'll be. But again, we'll talk before, and then you'll get it, and then I'll put it in there, and it's all good.
Yeah. Which, by the way, Scott, do you want to tell Kurt how you reacted to when I first started recording that voiceover?
Oh, dude,
I don't remember how I reacted.
Oh, well, so he's in here in this office, and I was recording out in the other room, and so I'm screaming into a microphone, and he goes, "What's wrong?"
Well, that's I told you how it wrecked me. When you sent that, it physically wrecked me. I was laughing so hard I wasn't laughing. I literally like collapsed. I was like in the praying position on the edge of my bed, laughing and crying so hard I thought I was going to die.
And I know for sure this isn't just a story because you had called me directly after, and you're clearing your sinuses.
Oh, I was
like,
it wrecked. But what hit me, and because I'm like, why is this so funny to me? Why is this killing me? But what I imagined is that I imagine like if someone hears Christy saying this, they're going to be like, what in God's name is going on there? Because the line you're saying over and over and you're yelling it, I'm like, this is insanely crazy. And that's what killed me is I'm like, if anyone's hearing her, they're going to be like, I'm out of here. Oh, and Scott's going to be like, I'm filing for divorce. She's like crazy. You know what I mean? and it just hit me. And dude, you wrecked me. I told you I couldn't even listen to it because it was literally, I mean, it was physically just kicking my ass. I was laughing so hard.
Well,
so I'm like, I got to listen to it later.
And that's the thing. I did not intend to make you laugh.
That's what was funny. You were serious, but I don't know why it hit me so. I just picture something like The Simpsons. I swear to God, it was like the kind of scenario you would see on The Simpsons, where one of the kids, like Cartman, would hear his mom behind closed doors doing that. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it just hit me. But your voice was so goddamn funny doing that. It just, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to you doing the voiceover again.
Because, good. Well, we'll hit it this next time for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I know there's a lot of people like Westerns. Are you a huge Western fan? Like huge. Movies and all that?
I started smoking because of Clint Eastwood when I was 10 or 11 years old, little cigars. My dad was a cigar and pipe smoker. He hated cigarettes because his dad smoked cigarettes and his dad, But my dad was always a cigar and pipe smoker. And so when I was like 7 or 8 years old, I one Sunday afternoon on TV, we watched my dad, my brother, and I watched The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and that was it. I was done. I fell in love with his character and his little cigars and everything, his squinted eyes, and all through high school and in my 20s, I would purposely not wear sunglasses in the sun and squint my eyes because I wanted to get the crow's feet on the. I'm weird that way. I'm really nuts that way. I was obsessed with Clint Eastwood's eyes. I wanted those crow's feet, And fortunately, when I squint my eyes now, they're kind of starting to look like his. I'm like, mission accomplished. It took 40 years, but I finally got crow's feet on my eyes. But I rolled up paper, colored it brown, and lit the end of it like a dork. I'm 7 years old, and my dad's like, you know what? I'll tell you what. I'll buy you some little tiny cigars. Don't tell your mom, and you can have one. I mean, now like he would have got fucking arrested. You know what I mean? It's like because I'm technically underage, but things were different back then. So he gave me these little cigars, and as a kid, he kind of taught me how to smoke.
Wow,
isn't that crazy?
That's classic.
I think about that now, and I'm like, maybe I shouldn't be saying this. You know what I mean?
Classic parenting.
It's because of Clint Eastwood, and so I was always like, when I get cancer and I'm dying, I'm blaming Clint Eastwood, and knock on wood, I'm still kicking, doing fine, but yeah, so The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly was the first Western, and it just blew me away. I couldn't believe how cool it was. And then, of course, you know, as time went on, you saw the other westerns, that the man with no name westerns, you know, the spaghetti westerns they call. And then, you know, there's so many good ones, man. Like Hail Rider was cool. Unforgiven was cool. Tombstone, so many good westerns, dude. And then they start getting a little weird, like that one. What was it? I think it was called The Quick and the Dead with Sharon Stone. You guys know that one
Yeah.
with Gene Hackman, Sharon Stone. It was kind of weird. It was like Western, but kind of fantasy, sci-fi. It was just a weird Western. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they're just really cool, man. Because and then the other thing is, if you think about it, it's very American. Because the Old West, you think of the states, the gold rush, and all that. You don't think of, you know, China in a Western, you know, or whatever. Ireland with cowboys. It's a very American thing. You know,
Yes.
the old West is a very American thing. And so again, it kind of goes hand in hand with that whole, you know, patriotic thing, how
Well,
things are these days. And, you know, you kind of, which side am I on kind of crap? And I'm like, well, I'm definitely American. I'm pro-American. I love cowboys, you know, fast cars, fast women. And there you go. And so, yeah, Westerns are cool. And so I was just like, well, I'm just dying to do a Western, but I want to be black and white because most, you know, I'm used to color. And I'm like, man, something about black and white is so cool, especially when it's like a horror, because it's creepier, you know, it's black and white. It's a little creepier. And so I'm like, this is perfect. A dark fantasy Western horror. I can throw all sorts of crazy stuff in here. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. Well, let's look at this tier real quick. So you've got
Yeah.
the classic cover
Yeah.
and 2 prints for $20. Like,
yeah.
you're doing really good on your pricing too. Like, you're not gouging
I
at
keep
all.
I keep it low, man, because again, I don't need. I'm alone. I don't have a crew of 5 people I'm paying, you know, to do this. I do everything myself, so I really don't need to raise that much money. It's nice if I do, but I don't have to. You know what I mean? So since I do all the work myself, so I don't have to have. I can kind of undercut the competition a little bit, not too much, but yeah, you know.
Yeah. Well, and you're keeping the bar low enough to where, you know, hopefully encouraging people to go and support you because I'm
Yeah.
sure you want people to read your story.
Oh, of course. I mean, that's the whole point. Is it's like, you know, I would be cool with having just the $15 tier and that's it. It's just you know, it looks better if you have all sorts of options. And to my surprise, some people have actually gotten some of the larger tiers. So I'm like, wow, people are kind of hitting the bigger tiers here. So I'm grateful I put the bigger tiers on there. But again, I would be cool if people just grab the $15 tier because that's where that's where you get the book and the story. And that's the whole point is you want a lot of people to get your book and read your story. And that, you know, for me, again, it's more about it's about the story, not the money kind of thing. But unfortunately, you have to have the money in order to make the story. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, look at this. You're even doing some discounted shipping as well.
Yeah, yeah,
$28 for international.
yeah,
That's pretty sick.
yeah,
And $8 for domestic.
yeah,
All right, and then you've got $1,000 stretch goal here,
yeah.
where everybody that backs gets at least backs physically. Do you even have a digital tier?
No, no, I talked about that last night about the whole, we're not digital yet. I'm actually going to wait until if I get more backer, you know, if I get more people who are interested in my stuff, I'll go to digital. But for right now, my audience is so small. It's not, they all buy printed and they're
Yeah.
all in the States. Danny's the only person who's international. And she well deserves what I send her because of the work she's done for me. So, you know, one international backer, I'm like, nah, I'll stick to printed. And if I get more people, then we'll go digital so people can have an option. But for now, nah, I'm small time, you know?
Yeah, and you know, you may even like consider doing something like instead of doing a digital tier on your campaigns, using previous books and putting them out digitally like on Global Comics.
Yeah.
where people can either, they can read a preview and then decide if they're going to pay for the full digital. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's all kinds of marketing things that you can
And
do.
again, yeah, and like K-pop here just says always that. Yeah, it's like I said, I'm not against digital at all. It's just right now, I'm like kind of in the early phase. This is my third campaign, and I really don't. As you can see, I don't get many backers. Most of the backers are from previous campaigns or people I know, and it's just it's another. It's one more damn thing I got to do. You know what I mean? And
There's
it's not,
always one more damn thing to do.
yeah, it doesn't, it's not, if it took 5 minutes, okay, but like I said, I'm figuring, okay, so you got to go to the comics, that platform, and the book has to be finished, and then you have to send it to them and they review it. There's all this steps and process to have a digital book, and I'm literally working on 3 books right now. I have been improving volume 1. I'm finishing volume 2, and I am working. I've started intervention. So I alone am doing the writing, the pencils, the inks, the coloring, the editing, the lettering, the trailers, the live streams, the all the shit I'm doing for 3 books alone. And when you add a fourth thing like digital, I'm like, not yet. I'm like, I'm getting there, but right now it's too much. So yeah, I hear you with the digital thing. It is. It's great. I was sold on digital when Star Million sent me his book like 9 months ago. I got it on my phone and I'm like, this is insanely easy. This is cool. But for now, I'm just doing print. Eventually, I think I will have the digital option, but it's just one more thing I have to look into and see. Okay, how do I do this? How does this work?
Yeah. Hey, Kurt, do you do commissions? Like if somebody were to approach you to help with their book
Oh,
in one way or another, or
I
or
mean,
are they
I mean,
closed?
no, I'm not like, no, never. No, yeah, I'm up for any. They say I'm up for whatever. Talk to me. I don't give a shit. I mean, I'll do whatever, man. It's like, I'm not saying I'll do it. I'm saying don't be afraid to ask.
Right, right.
All I'm going to say is I'm sorry, I'm busy. I can't. If it seems to be something too big, or if it's something I'm not into, like, oh, draw me a football player. I'm like, I'll pass. You know what I mean? Because I don't do shit like that. But yeah, I mean, like I said, in the past, I was drawing Star Wars and Terminator and Predator and all sorts of stuff that people like, fan art. Oh, fan art. It's just right now I'm too busy to do fan art, and I just don't want to do fan art. I want to do. I got to work on my stuff, especially now with when you have backers waiting. I really have to work on my stuff. You know what I'm saying? So if someone would approach, I guess it depends. If it was like a one drawing, hey, can you draw me this? Sure, I can squeeze that in there if it takes a day. If it's some big project, right now probably isn't the best time because I'm working on 3 myself. And it's like, man, once these are done, that's what I was telling Vulcan, because Vulcan's like everything. He's got volume 1 coming, volume 2 coming, intervention coming. And I said, man, in like 4 or 5 months, when this is all done, I said, you're getting a big box with all this stuff in it, dude. I said, it'll be cool. And I said, I'm looking forward to having you read all this stuff, because you read this one, then you read this one, and then this one, then they get back to me and tell me if they suck or if you don't get it or what the deal is. And then once all that's done, then I have a clean plate, and I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. Maybe I'll drop dead of a heart attack. I'll be like, holy shit, I don't know. But the point is, it's going to be so nice when these 3 books are printed and mailed out, because I'll be able to be like, holy crap, I have a clean slate now. So that would actually be the time if I felt like doing collaborations or art or whatever commission. That would be the time to say, okay, wow, I'm free now. I can do stuff.
Right.
So yeah, but no,
Yeah.
I'm not really against anything. Like I said, anyone can approach me for anything. People have in the past. People that I normally would say I'm not the kind of guy they would approach, and they have, and I'm like, yeah, man, it's cool, whatever.
Yeah, and you know what? I do want to highlight K-pop Junkie's comment here. She says there's also a ton of Western campaigns up right now that fit this vibe. Reach out to a few to see if they'll do a crossover campaign, back you or get a
Oh,
card, etc. So that's a
yeah,
good piece of advice. Like I love doing streams where people are handing out divisive advice. No, just advice. Because I can see me wanting to do something similar for Flip
yeah,
City Magazine.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. K-pop. Yeah, I like I said, I'm guilty of too much work. I really, I don't socialize enough in the indie community at all. Like I really am out of the loop. I know a few people. I kind of keep my eye on what's going on, and that's about it. I kind of
you keep
put
your
my stuff out.
circle tight.
Yeah, I put my stuff out there, and there's a handful of people I'm cool with, and that's about it. Um, I know what, like you said, you probably know more Western campaigns than I do. I am familiar with Aaron Lepresti's. Is it Wraith of God? You know what I'm talking about, Christy?
There's so much out there
Okay.
that probably not.
Well, he's a big guy. He's a legend in the
I do know
in
that
okay,
about
so
Aaron Lepresti.
I 2 years, I don't know. All I know is that a while ago he came out with it's like a horror western. Wraith, it's like a undead bad guy. I don't know. I don't have the book, but it's very western dark horror type theme. Okay, so there's that. And then who else? Well, Mike Barron, Bronze Star.
Yes, yes. That book looks really good.
Okay, I don't have it. I don't know Mike Barron, but I know of Mike Barron, and I know that he has Bronze Star. Those are the only two I can really name offhand. I think there are 2 or 3 others maybe that I've seen, but I'm not really familiar with them. So again, like if K-pop, if you are more what do you call it?
It's you?
Social. Yeah, more hip to the scene, so to speak. If you're more hip to the scene, you probably could tell me because I really don't know. Because I literally am. I work day and night, 7 days a week on this crap, and it doesn't leave a lot of time for socializing, especially on Twitter and stuff like that. And so, like this stream here with you tonight, Christy, and like last night. I mean, these 2 streams. I haven't streamed in a month. I haven't been on a show. You know, it's been. I don't do this. So this is kind of rare for me to do this because, like tonight, I'm going to be working till at least 3-4 in the morning on finishing a page for intervention. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. We're getting a lot of love out there for Bronze Star.
Bronze Star is cool. Yeah, but yeah, Wraith of God and Bronze Star are the 2 westerns I know. Supernatural horror western campaigns have been really popular. Devil's Gate. See, I don't know that one. I don't know Black. But you see, I don't know these Redemption. Yeah, see, K-pop. I have never heard of these because again, I'm not hip to the scene. You know what I mean?
Well, just kind of back to what you're doing. And so you've got your first stretch goal is the trading card of, is this Witch of Thorns? Am I seeing?
Yeah, Witch. Yeah, she's the villain, the main villain, but she is actually kind of in the background. She's not a forefront villain. So she's kind of mysterious. So I wanted to make a trading card for her because on the back of the card, it tells about her. That isn't necessarily in the book. That's what I'm trying to do. Like with the trailers give you little information that the book doesn't. The trading cards give you information that the book doesn't. So you kind of have to have it all. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you get the book that has 90% of everything, but when the trading cards are included, that kind of fills you in on these little secrets, right? And then if you watch the trailer a couple times, you may notice this little secret that it's all connected. I try to do that. It's like a multimedia thing instead of having just the book. I like having these other medias like trading cards, trailers, whatever that adds to the complexity of the story. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. But this, what you're talking about just reminded me of something that I eventually want to do, and you're more than welcome to do this if you're interested.
Yeah.
So like in my show, you know how we do the branding segment where you read some Flip City content at the end.
Oh yeah.
I want to do that. I want to do
Mhm.
a show, but have a couple of indies come on and do like maybe, you know, an hour and a half show where we're
Mhm.
actually reading their books with a group of people.
Mhm.
Even just like your first one published,
Mhm.
just to kind of spread the word that you've got shit going on, and maybe we'd
Mm.
have some fun. So if you're ever
Yeah.
interested,
Yeah.
once I get that launched, you're more than welcome to come on and we'll do some live reads of one of your books.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because again, I just and like I'm kind of trying to keep up with chat here. K-pop. To be honest, I actually don't hate being social at all. I actually my other half, I'm like kind of dual personality wacko. The other half of me is quite the social drinking party and butterfly kind of guy. This half is the closet creator dude who stays inside, the hermit. You know what I mean? So I don't hate being social. I literally I don't have enough time for it. It's like the hour or two I spend or whatever on a show or coming through Twitter or whatever. It's like, man, that's I could have a panel done in that time. You know what I mean? So it's it really is. I put the work first because I want to get these books done and everything, trailers and all this stuff. And the social thing, yeah, it is important. You have to these days. I just literally don't have the time for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
Um,
see, that's the thing. Just you know how we divide our work at Flip
yeah,
City is
yeah,
I don't like we Flip City wouldn't be a thing. I think it would have folded if it wasn't a team effort between me and Scott,
right,
because he doesn't have time to be social.
right,
You
right, right.
know, and he's not
Yeah,
the most social person in the whole world
yeah,
either. And
yeah,
so, you know, I took on that role because I do like being social, and it's been super fun
yeah.
networking in the crowdfunding scene because it was really lonely at first publishing Flip City because
Mm-hmm.
we weren't doing the crowdfunding thing. So I
Right,
didn't
right.
really have much of a community. So
Yeah.
it's been fun over the last, gosh, I think it's close to 2 years now
Mm-hmm.
since I've dipped my toe in, but I still get scared because I don't want to get involved in drama. Like
Well,
that is
you
my
know,
main concern. Like
we talked about
I
this
know.
off the air, and I'm not going to go into it right now. But yeah, that's another thing that I stay away from. I don't have the time, and I see this drama, and everyone knows it. Everyone knows. You can't help but see it. It's everywhere,
Yeah, there's no secret that
and
there's drama.
I feel like it's like you're walking on. You're island hopping, over lava. It's like, oh, this is spot safe. Okay, I'll jump. Oh, this spot's safe. Oh, I'll jump over here. This spot's safe. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't got time for this crap. It's like, I'm trying to get all this stuff done and juggle all this stuff, and I have no desire nor time to spend on internet drama crap and the tribalist shit that's going on. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do my thing. And whoever, like Headless, cool. I don't know you. Seem cool as shit because you back my book. So
That's all
now,
you got to do. You're cool
yeah,
as
man.
shit to Kurt once you back.
and honestly, and like I said, like this is another rule I do when it comes to this is like I don't know if do you know RJ William? Is that
Yeah,
stuff familiar?
I was on a stream with him. He didn't say anything to me, but I do know who he is.
Okay, he for my one of my second chance campaigns for volume 1, I had this like sale, 25% off last Christmas sale, and he like picked it up, backed the book. So I said, okay, dude, I owe you one. So when you come out with your campaign, I'm gonna back your book. And I was like his second backer. He had his campaign, bam, jabbed it. And the thing is, it's not even my kind of thing because his is very sci-fi and stuff, and I'm really not into sci-fi stuff. I don't give a shit because it's favor for a favor. You know what I'm saying? You backed me, I'm backing you. That's how I work. And that's that's kind of a little personal rule I have. And this applies to anyone. I don't care what clique you're with or tribe or whatever. It's like anyone who like backs me, I automatically back them. Whatever the hell you have. I don't care. because that's how I function when it comes to the social thing, the indie creative community is. It's like, it's literally, it's like you scratch, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, man. It's that simple, you know? And I think if more people did that, I think people would have a lot more backers, you know? Because you can't use the excuse, well, I don't have the money. It's like, well, yeah, you do, because you just got money from this guy who backed your book. So return the favor. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's something I've kind of done with a couple of people where, you know, they help me, I help them. It's just that simple. But yeah, you know, when it comes to the tangled drama stuff, you just gotta be careful who you hang with and what you say and what you talk to. But again, even if I wanted to do that, I don't have the time. I don't want to do it, and I just don't have the time. It's crazy how when you separate yourself from all this stuff, and you just work and you lose yourself. I lose myself in the fantasy world, and I choose to stay there because, you know, reality sucks, as we know. So
Right.
I blast the movies, I blast the music, I get lost in my work, and I'm cool. And I don't care what goes on outside of my little fantasy world. You know what I mean? As long as I have progressed with the work, as long as I am producing work and getting closer and closer to finishing volume 1 and then volume 2 and then intervention. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
That's me.
absolutely.
That's the goal. That's the purpose. Is that?
Yeah. Hey, Kurt, just real quick, because I
Yeah.
have been remiss and I feel terrible
About
about
what?
this, but I am streaming to pill.net. The chat does not come in through my studio. So I
Mm-hmm.
do want to say what's up to the people that have checked in over there. The wonderful Ghost Pepper. I don't know if any of you guys are still watching over on Build, but thank you for popping in. Ghost Pepper, Hazel Eyes 007, Madness Comic Network came and said, hey, oh. And then Prowler of Night said, every time I receive mine in the mail, it's like Christmas morning. I know they're, regarding a Flip City, and that makes my heart melt. And then Fetterman's Bump from way back when we were talking about the lead parody of Simper Man in Flip City Volume 24. He said, Simper Man is a great pun. I just wanted to take a second to recognize that I have people viewing on that platform.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Well, if K-pop's really typing her little fingers off here.
I know she's being so helpful.
Yeah, she. Oh, here. Yeah, K-pop. I mean, dude, I'll come on your show if you got a show. Yeah, I'll come on if it's cool. I mean, I don't. You know, I'm saying if this looks like the kind of thing you are interested in having on your show, yeah, I'll come on your show. Just let me know. I'll do it. Because again, that's another thing. When I first got into this 3-ish years ago, there were a lot more shows, and I think we've talked about this, Christy, where there was that time where things weren't so divided, right? And there was a lot of large and medium-sized creators who had shows that you could go on and you could get your stuff out there to a big audience, you know what I'm saying? And then with things happening over the last couple of years, everything's fractured to smaller tribes. And so there's like 1 or 2 big shows and that's it. And if you aren't cool with them, they're not cool with you. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then there's a whole lot of small shows like me and a lot. But even some of those are very driving. It's like, okay, this guy's cool with this guy's. It's just like, okay, I give up. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know who's cool and who's not cool. So it's harder now to get on shows than it was 3 years ago. And a lot of indie creators came in 3 years ago and got, their timing was right. They got on the big shows. And so they found their audience and they've stuck with their audience and stuff. Well, I was kind of late to the game as always. I swear to God, I'm always coming on when it's at the downside. And I didn't get to be on any of these, big shows and stuff. So I've had to do small shows in my own show. I basically said, screw it. If there's no shows, I'm just going to do it myself. Fuck it. And
Yeah,
so
and And K-pop also does bring up a good point here, where she says there are a ton of shows outside the indie slash Comicsgate circle.
Mm.
Abso-freaking-lutely, like,
Yeah, see, that's what
really, that's
I don't know of. I'm like
yeah. Well, I
completely
mean,
clueless.
it's a good piece of advice, though. Like,
Yeah,
if you find those shows that are talking westerns or horrors or things like
yeah,
that, I
yeah,
definitely reach out to them, because that's how Flip City did grow. Is we were looking for people that were kind of anti-establishment
yeah,
YouTubers,
yeah,
without even like dipping a toe into the creator owned comics scene. And that helped us grow a lot, is just
yeah,
finding people that are going to be interested in what you're doing.
yeah.
And it's just a thing. And I know basically it sounds curt, like between me and K-pop, we're just like trying to make you make a list that is so freaking difficult to accomplish doing it all yourself.
Yeah, basically, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's just I do it. It just takes time because I'm just one man. I'm just one man. But yeah. But now, okay. The thing is, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Like, okay, K-pop. It says if you want to grow your channel, you need to bring some outside your usual circle to smaller other groups. Okay, how? I no clue. Like, as in, do I put in hashtag small groups? Or yeah, I
No,
literally don't know how. I'm like, I
you
have no
know,
clue what you're talking about. Like, how? I don't know, man. How do
like,
you do that?
and K-pop, you can tell me if your your mindset or the way you think about this is the same as mine. Is For me, it's like just going and chatting in their live streams, and then they get to know
Yeah,
your name and stuff like that. Then they're more open to actually speaking with you, but that's a
yeah,
lot of freaking effort you
yeah.
know
And again, yeah. My problem is I'm doing too much on my own, and you don't have the. I don't have the time to hang out on 2, 3, 4 hour shows and chat and see who's who and are they cool. And
Yes, I know.
I'm not going to. I'm sorry. I don't got that time. You know what I mean? It's like
Yep.
I just I'm like I want to get my stuff out there as best as I want, and you know, kind of just word of mouth, and people see it and they think it's cool, and okay, cool. Be on a show here, and yeah, I mean, like I said, I'll be on. I don't care whose show. I don't. As far as I'm aware, maybe I am clueless, but as far as I know, I don't think I have any enemies. Like, I'm cool with everybody, every clique and tribe and group. I think I'm cool with because I'm not really a part of a tribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm very neutral, and I don't recall having any arguments with anybody like ever. So, um, sure, man, I'll do whatever. I don't care. I don't go whatever. I'm outside the war zone. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but because I'm so busy, I'm not like I don't have the time to kind of scout around the outer war zone and say, oh, are you doing something? Are you doing something? I don't know, man. It's like I just keep doing my stuff.
Yeah, and I'm dropping the link to your campaign again. And
Yeah,
I haven't forgot about Pill.net this time. I put that in there for anybody that's interested in looking directly at Kurt's campaign.
yeah,
That's where you go to Indiegogo.
yeah. Yeah. So anyway, but I appreciate this time. I feel like I've spent too much time here already because this was all about your campaign, Christy. It's
Oh,
like
dude, you showed up. You showed up and helped entertain us, for
yeah,
our
that's right.
last
That's
hour and a
right.
half. So I super duper appreciate that you did
Yeah,
that. Because,
yeah,
otherwise, me and Scott, because we're a married couple, we just go off the rails,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. No, no, no. That's cool. That's cool. Um, yeah. Well, anyways, now, so yeah, there's campaign. I appreciate the new backer. Awesome. And K-pop, I'm trying to keep up with you, girlfriend, but you are just typing your fingers off here. So um, yeah, I guess again, if okay,
Yeah.
yeah, again, I hear, I agree with everything you say, K-pop. It's just like I said, for me, it's a time thing. I'm alone and I'm always working, and so it's hard to kind of see what's going on with everybody. But yeah, I'm open for what I'll keep my eyes open. I'll keep my eyes peeled. for people doing stuff like that. And Christy, you know, like I said, we've talked about this. You know, I've told you. I said, well, if you know of someone who's doing a show or whatever, and they want someone like me on, sure, let me know. I'll do it. You know.
All right, so here's K-pop's excuse. She's drank a lot of coffee,
Hey man,
and so she, oh,
yes, cheers. I need a refill. I'm out. That's kind of why I'm like, okay, Chrissy, this has been fun. I'm out of here because I need a smoke.
yeah,
I need
yeah.
coffee.
Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and close it out. What I'm gonna do, because I know I play these quite a bit, but I'm just gonna end the stream with gosh, I've got some shit here. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the stream. It's a 3-minute video of Flip City's parody Weirder, the story of Weird Al Yankovic. But Kurt, before we do that, where should people find you besides your Indiegogo?
Twitter and YouTube, my YouTube channel. I'm all, like, even when I, you know, live streaming nowadays is rare because I don't have the time. But you know, I got plenty of trailers there. I do the post, you know, little post where you post a message and show a picture. I update stuff on Volume 2 and Intervention on my YouTube post section. And then Twitter's the main. Every day, especially now, since like the campaign's going on, I make a point of hitting Twitter at least 3 times a day, like usually morning around noonish and then afternoon, 5 o'clock, and post, you know, the stuff and kind of scope out, see what's going on, you know, connect with people, whatever. So the easiest way is Twitter. If you have Twitter, yeah, there I am. And if you want more info on all of this stuff, these 3 books I'm doing, YouTube, because there's all these videos and stuff where it just it shows all the artwork, all the stories, all the planning, all the whatever, man. It's all there. Check out YouTube. There's tons of videos to watch and live streams. And Twitter's the best way to get a hold of me, like in real time. And that's it. It's like Twitter and YouTube. I kind of keep it to that. So
awesome. Also, hi and bye, Levi. Thanks for popping in here at the end. Levi, just to let you know, we had a decently successful closeout. We got a few more backers in our last hour and a half, so that was really cool. Also,
hey man,
we
3
showed
beer
off,
men.
huh?
3 beer men.
What's up, 3 beer men?
That's Bruce. That's Bruce.
Yeah, that's Bruce or Cosmic. I don't know who handles that account.
Oh, okay.
It's probably Cosmic Grandpa, but you know them. You've met them. What's up, 3 Beer Men? I know they just stopped their show probably about 15 minutes ago. So thanks for popping in and saying what's up. Like I said, we did a decent campaign closeout. For anybody that missed the campaign, but you're interested in Flip City Magazine, you can just go to flipcitymag.com. We have a free flip through magazine there, so you can kind of get the flavor of what we are. And also our YouTube has tons of spoilers and stuff like that. You're going to see one of our parodies that was printed in one of the magazines that then we went and kind of animated. That's how we're going to close out the show. So that'll give you a little bit of flavor for what Flip City Magazine is. And thank you again so much, Kurt, for hanging out with me and Scott. Scott's got maybe about an hour and a half in him for any live stream, so that's why I have the empty chair next to me now.
That's cool. I'm building up the tolerance, man. You know, it used to be like 2 hours stream would kill me. I'd be wiped out for 2 days. Now, like last night, we did that 5 hours, and I'm just like,
right. And then you're back.
I'm back.
You're back on my channel.
I'm building that tolerance. I am advancing in my internet social skills, my streaming skills. Me?
Yeah.
It's just my name is Eccentric, AECNTRIC. I try to. That's actually my LLC. Eccentric LLC is actually a small business that is, you know, a small business I have. And so all of my books are published through the small business, which is Eccentric LLC. So I just keep Eccentric as my Twitter name and my YouTube name and everything. It's just like, that's me. So find my YouTube. And I usually like the YouTube link is on my profile in Twitter, and my Twitter link is on my profile in YouTube. You know what I mean? I try to have everything all connected. So, yeah.
All right,
But
my man.
thanks again. Thanks again for this. I'm so happy, man. We got you over 1,000 because that was really bugging the shit out of me. And yeah,
I
I'm
love
looking
that.
forward to the
I love
magazine.
how much you pushed for us. That was awesome.
Like I said, my dad, who taught me how to smoke at 7 years old, always said it. He's like you're a natural salesman. He's like, you just got to get out there and do it. And it's because of him, because he was a traveling salesman, and he has some stories there. But it's kind of I can promote and stuff when I believe in it. Like, you know what I mean? And you guys are cool. You've been very cool to me. You're the only show I've been on. You know what I mean?
Nice. I think that's so sweet.
And I like what you guys do. I like Flip City Magazine. I think Scott's cool. I think your whole crew's cool. You know what I mean? You're welcome. That's how I'm looking forward to your next campaign. You know?
All right. Hey, and also thank you so much to everybody that showed up in the chat. Like, my chats have started to get more active, and it's way more exhilarating than I ever expected. Like, I really do like interacting with the chat. So keep an eye on Eccentric. Thank you, K-pop, for dropping the handle in there. We're gonna play out with a 3-minute Flip City animation, and you guys check out Creative Chaos also every Thursday night. I have a different independent creator on, whether it is comics or movies or whatever. Gosh, I've had documentary makers on and stuff like that as well. Check it out. It's a rather fun show. I think Kurt has fun anytime he comes on.
Love it.
All right.
Especially Conspiracy Wheel.
Yes, we love the conspiracy wheel. All right, cool. And also, yeah, cool. Headless says fun show. Cheers and hail. All right, we're gonna close it out. I just gotta find that video.
Perfect.
And
thanks again, Headless, K-pop Junkie, for all the info and all that cool stuff. You guys, everybody, thank you.
We'll see you guys next time.
Daniel Radcliffe of Harry Potter fame plays Weird Al Yankovic, a new satirical take on Al's life. Weird follows his ascent to fame, but in the years since, the USA has only gotten weirder.
After all my mainstream success and smash hits like Eat It and Yoda, I thought my golden years would be a joyride. But in the 2010s, the climate was changing. The political climate, not the one with all the polar bears.
We can talk.
Americans were at each other's throats. All I ever wanted was to make people laugh. But soon everyone began demanding to know my political opinions, so as to know whether they should love me or hate me.
Yes.
Suddenly, songs I'd written decades ago were being scrutinized by today's hypersensitive standards.
I didn't want to start talking.
I'm fat. I'm really, really fat.
Stop fat shaming.
No, man, but thanks for having me.
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm so excited to be here. You know, I found myself trying to please everyone. On one side were liberal urban geeks and nerds. On the other, the all-American flag wavers.
If I'm muting the stage.
Why is Al on this fascist news network?
It's all right.
Why is Al on this Libby shit show?
I'm not hearing anything from you.
Don't worry about it. I can talk to you with that.
Al, don't you love abortion?
I guess they can hear us.
Al, don't you trust state welfare?
Stop it! You're tearing me apart. Through it all, I kept my chin up and stayed positive.
I'm drunk and wasted. And sometimes it feels like I'm getting sucked into an endless black hole.
Radcliffe, you're supposed to be playing me, not you! Meanwhile, climate change had affected the music business too. The age of American Idol inspired a wave of lifeless music, so vapid it didn't even merit being made fun of.
Okay, show me the funny. I hope they are better than the last batch.
For the weekends, Blinding Lights, I've Got Binding Tights, and Ed Sheeran's Bad Habits are now Bad Hobbits.
Oy vey. Let's face it, the music business is in the pits. There's no sense of cultural unity anymore. A great American songbook is finished. That's where the movies come in. Like this one. Cheap and stupid. Streaming services are starving for content. So here's the plan.
No, I won't do it. I won't.
Next summer, Al directs himself in a new comedy.
My agent pulled the plug on producing my marginally funny topical parody songs. So I signed on the line for another 4-hour change Wizard World with a new Potter movie coming out soon. I Make the nerves swoon when they see me on the big screen. Gosh, I feel like the prettiest girl in the room. I hope I don't get one steam.
Cut!